Man, sorry if my throat's a little croaky. I like literally just woke up. I was planning on streaming this. I was already planning on streaming episode 4 tonight because the next time I'd be able to stream would be Wednesday. But then I took like a 4-hour nap, so. So yeah. It is later in the evening than I would have liked it to be, but I really want to get episode 4 finished. Because on Wednesday I plan on streaming The Witcher, and then Wednesday's The Witcher, Friday was going to be Scarlet Hollow again. Because I am now busy on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, because that's just how life goes. And this time I am sipping on just some hot water with some lemon in it, because that is really good for your throat, apparently. So, one sec, hydration break. It may be good for your throat, but it does not taste good. It's literally just some lemon juice squeezed in, like, a little bit of lemon juice poured into a mug of hot water. But those are the breaks. I'm out of any sort of tea that would be helpful for a sore throat, unfortunately. But it's fine. So yeah, let's jump back into Scarlet Hollow. And yeah, sorry for the audio issues last episode. I didn't realize how the game's background audio goes from super quiet to extremely loud very easily. So it's hard to balance that with my mic volume. Okay, episode 4 awaits. If you'd like to save before continuing, do it now. I already did that. But yeah, my predictions, now that the more lore that we learn about the town, the more I am steadfast in my predictions. Sybil is like a 100-year-old witch who was there for, like, who knew Charlie Shaw, or Charlie Shaw Jr. specifically, and, Edwardine. I also think she is the witch that Enoch went to in one of the flashbacks. She is secretly evil. And I think the seals are definitely containing something. I think they're the reason that our family is cursed. And I think Sybil wants them unlocked somehow. But only bloodline members of the Scarlet family can do it for some reason. I don't know. They're still mysteried. Have you found out? Would you like a recap before starting episode 4? Yes, I would. 1 second. I'm trying to like wake my voice up right now. Just a recap of episode 3. Also, I am gonna try and still be nice to Tabitha in this playthrough, but let it be known, me, the player, fucking hates her. There are 2 of them now. What happened to your glass house? Asshole squatter moving, kick Dustin mom out. As you're ready to leave, why am I not getting? Why is there really no audio in this part? Okay, it feels weird, but okay. As you're ready to leave, Janie approaches from the far side of the kitchen. Tabitha remains between the 2 of you, impatiently tapping her foot. Oh, Mossy, before you go, I heard about what happened last night. I mean, I heard about it before Miss Tabitha mentioned it just now, and I heard it again. I just wanted to say that I'm sorry you got caught up in that. I'll be praying for Oscar and poor little Rosalina. They're such sweethearts. Couldn't have happened to nicer people. Morning. Is the new blend ready? Of course. And yeah, just to give more weight to my argument, the pose that Sybil is in and that her avatar is usually in is the same pose that possessed Kanika was in last episode. So definitely her. And she's called the witch, and like Sybil knows some shit. Mossy, if you'd like to keep Miles company, Tabitha and I will just be in a minute. Well, you've never seen the man beside Duke before, but whoever it is, he is big. I'm also waiting for my water to cool down so I can properly drink it instead of sipping on it. There we go. If it ain't Mossy. Bo, this is Miss Scarlet's cousin. They were there with Stella that night in the woods. It's a pleasure to meet you, Mossy. My name's Bo. I'm Duke's boy. Oh, you've been faring better since all that unpleasantness. Tabitha stops in front of a small house on the quiet hill just off Main Street. Yeah, again, I don't know why people like Tabitha as a character. She's so selfish, and I don't want to hear shit about the oh, she's just traumatized argument. Like, that is no excuse. Plenty of traumatized people are not this fucking selfish. Like, she let a now homeless and jobless Oscar and recently amputated Rosalina stay in an abandoned, dilapidated house instead of giving up her fucking life-size dollhouse. I mean, Jesus H. Christ, dude. Scarlet's own most of the houses out here. We rent them out to employees. Just more convenient, you know? Your cousin pulls out a heavy set of keys from her pockets. And she's charging them rent. Yeah, she's charging them rent. She's like, I'll let you stay rent-free for 1 month. I'm like, dude, yeah, out of the kindness of my heart. It's like, for fuck's sake. Ugh. We own a mine. We're basically land barons. We're trying to be union, like, the family's trying to be union busters. Our family fucking sucks, dude. We deserve every bad thing that happens to us. Also, thanks for stopping in, dude. She picks out one marked with a bright strip of green tape and unlocks the door. Yeah, I really wish I could have, at the end of the last episode, I really wish I could have just been like, Tabitha has a fucking pristine empty house that she uses to play house sometimes. Just like, go stay there. Like, fuck Tabitha. Come on in, don't worry, it's empty. Oh yeah, we got to meet the mayor. Yep, he's a dog. You can tell this dog is the mayor from his little sash and his fancy top hat. There's a regal air about him, almost as if he knows the position of authority he's been elected to. And then the pastor. I am also trying to be nicer to the pastor because, yeah, on my first playthrough, I was initially very suspicious of him, but at this point, he's just giving undiagnosed neurodivergent. So it's like, okay, and also, like, I think our character pointed out, because we have the mystic trait on this playthrough, he's probably just cursed with bad luck. Like, for some reason, the universe just fucking hates this guy, which sucks. Before you can catch up to your companions, you're intercepted by a nervous man with a cross around his neck. It's hard to put a finger on it, but something compels you to dislike this man. I'm Pastor Daniel. I take it you're Mossy? Everyone's buzzing about you. I'm so sorry about your aunt, but I'm sure she's in a better place now. If you'd ever like to discuss your beliefs, my door is always open. And then, yeah, Reese. I won't romance Reese this playthrough. I don't know if I'm gonna romance anyone, since I'm trying to prioritize my relationship to my cousin, but the basement is what you might expect out of a tortured artist who spends all his time confined to his studio. Discarded canvases line its edges, while trash and sketches leak out from their piles in the corners of the room, hiding the bare cement floor. Ghoulish faces coat the walls in paint, sneering out at their creator. Your mom is so scary. She can be a little intense, kind of overprotective, which I guess makes sense. Anyway, make yourselves comfortable. You'll have to forgive the mess. I've been distracted lately, haven't been cleaning much. Dinner is already laid out. Dinner rolls, spaghetti, and a lat salad. Kanika anxiously picks at her food. Stella is nervously talkative, and Reese is suddenly quiet and tense, his shoulders tight as his mother perches on the chair next to his. Dr. Kelly eyes all of you with a sharp, fierce gaze. So, I was wondering if we could maybe watch a movie sometime this week, while Mossy is still in town. We'll have to see how you're feeling. I can handle a movie, Doc. Yeah, we'll just sit downstairs in the dark. Reese is used to that. Funnily enough, I think Stella might be the easiest one to romance while focusing on Tabitha. That is true. They definitely used to have a thing. Reese is used to that. I'm sure he'll be okay. And in that same vein, I have no idea what to make of Wayne. Because Wayne is like, I'm the only one who can protect you. And so there's that, like, there's like that aspect of seems terrifying and evil, but it probably isn't. But also, he has a weird thing about Stella and Tabitha. So it's like, I don't know what to make of Wayne yet. You're always overestimating. I will try and get the Stella backstory flashback this time around though. You're always underestimating how much you're able to do, Reese. This is why you keep getting sick. If I get sick, so what? It's not like that's ever going to change. I'm sick every day and I'm not getting better. I don't want to spend the last few miserable years of my life holed up in the basement alone just because seeing my friends has been deemed too strenuous. I'm an adult, for God's sake. I can't believe I have to ask for permission from my mom just to have friends. Of Reese stops mid-sentence, wincing in pain and wrapping himself in his arms. Don't say things like that. I'm doing everything I can to try and fix. Silence as Dr. Kelly's eyes shoot open. Reese? Reese abruptly pulls himself from the table and leaves. Hey, you're just in time. Rosaline is situated in the back room. Alexis is going to keep her company while we hopefully get this sorted out. Yeah, Wayne's a big mystery. I remember switching back and forth in my opinion on him with the same scene. Yeah, that's probably one of those things where it's like we're not going to know until later episodes probably. Maybe it's because I only put a little bit of lemon in it, but hot water and lemon actually doesn't taste that bad. Oscar and Kanika startle as the door swings open. Seems like I made it just in time. Let's get this show on the road. I don't have all night. Whoa. Swear I've seen it. It appears on top of the stain. Stella pulls back the carpet, revealing a hatch, the floor around it stained in reddish brown. I'm going for it. And then all hell broke loose. Yep. Wait, do you hear music? Ah. No, sound really is on. It's just, for some reason, there's no sound in this recap right now. That's weird. Movement stirs as a figure cloaked in shadows rises to attention. Stella? There you are. I would have found you sooner, but the Resonant clearly doesn't want me here. Yeah, and I think the Resonant is Sybil. It doesn't seem to have the same issue with these miserable little parasites. Yee. Bottom feeders always manage to slip through the cracks, don't they? And also, okay, so if Sybil doesn't want Wayne there, so Sybil is not the reason Wayne is like this, then why is Wayne like that? The sins of the father are to be laid upon the children. One of you must forfeit, it doesn't matter which. I also don't know how to get Tabitha to sacrifice her, like, years from her life. Do I just have to tell her that she has to do it? Bullshit! I hope it didn't come too late. It wants something, doesn't it? And I think you know which of you should volunteer. You must be joking. Let's just leave. Agreed. Sybil, you got in here. Can you get us out? Sybil sighs. Tabitha, are you sure you want to leave this business unfinished? Absolutely. This is not our problem. And also, yeah, just Tabitha constantly denying reality, denying facts, and shifting blame to someone else. It's like, yeah, we may not have done it, but our family did it. So we are, in a way, responsible. Like, I know it sucks, dude, but fucking that's the reality of it. If you think this is the best course of action, yes, I can get you out. It's only a question of seeing through the illusion. We are in a basement, even if all your senses are telling you otherwise. Try closing your eyes and remembering where you are. Sorry, I can't talk right now. See you later. She hurries off down the road. Before I go, Sybil places a hand on your arm, holding you back for a moment. I'm sure you have questions after everything you saw tonight, but let's not get into it here. I think everyone could use a little rest and relaxation right now, yourself included. If you swing by the tea room sometime tomorrow, say early afternoon, you and I can have a little chat. I'll see you then, Mossy. You don't even notice yourself entering the guest room and falling into bed. Suddenly, you're just there, buried under your family's musty covers. The spirit of Charles Shaw Jr. now commands the entirety of City Hall, a swirling void of wrath and despair that the people of this town will have to learn to ignore. Disaster looms its tallest yet over Scarlet Hollow. Wake up. There we go. Turning that down. And yeah, this is what I mean. Like, I really hope I'm gonna have to check back again to make sure that if there are louder moments in the game, that they're not drowning out my freaking microphone. You open your eyes. It's a new day. Last night seems so far away. You can almost pretend the horrors you witnessed in the annex were nothing but a nightmare, chased away by the harsh morning light. Sorry, I was taking another sip. Might have to take a break at some point to go get more hot water and lemon. Last night seems so far away, you can almost pretend... Oh, I already read this. But you know that the furious spirit of Charles Shaw Jr. yet lingers, locked behind the doors of the town hall, still tied to the earth by his hatred of you and Tabitha. An involuntary shudder runs down your spine. But your thoughts are interrupted by the buzz of your phone on the nightstand. Hey, have you heard from Stella? I haven't been able to get a hold of her. Thought she might have at least checked in with you. Check your messages. There's nothing from Stella. Sorry. 1 second. For some reason, why is it... I mean, I know it seems pretty obvious, but man, talking a lot sure does... should chap your lips something fierce. Aquaform, my beloved. Call, text. I haven't heard from her either. Let's call her. You dial Stella. Oh, hey, she actually picked up. Hey, what's up? Just kidding. I'm not able to come to the phone right now. This is actually a recording of my voice. It isn't really me. Technology, huh? Anyways, leave a message. Or don't. I never check this thing. Cool. The mailbox is full and you can't accept messages at this time. Awesome. Text her. Kinda worried after you ran off last night. Text me as soon as you get the chance. That Wayne guy didn't come after you, did he? Kanika and I are pretty worried about you. Please respond. That's my favorite cryptid hunter. Hey. Yeah. Kanika and I are pretty worried about you. Please respond. You wait for a few silent minutes. Sorry. Your message sits undelivered. Haven't heard from her either. I'm sure she's fine. If she's in trouble, if she's hurt or dead. Maybe she's just sleeping in. Never mind how Stella is. Everyone had a rough night. What if Wayne got to her? Does Stella disappear like this sometimes? Kinda. But with everything going on, I don't feel comfortable letting her run off on her own. Look. Sorry, I want to check. Look, I know we haven't exactly gotten along, but we should meet up in town and look for her together. Looks like you have your morning plans in order. Visit Dustin! Ah, little man's. Little man and his mom. You open the drawers, they both have bread now. Human is back. Maybe he changed his mind about eating us. Could be the end of Dustin and Dustin Mom. I would never eat you. Yeah, I would never eat you. I love you. Dustin Mom know better than to trust. When push come to shove, survival more important than friendship. Dustin Mom spend too much time outside. It different inside. There enough bread for everyone here. No need eat friend. Dustin have childhood innocence. Hope Dustin get to keep that innocence forever. I love them. Man, now I just want like a little plushy possum. I guess your glass house still has that squatter? Tried to reclaim glass house last night, but asshole squatter too big and strong. Dustin Mama stand no chance. Might have to live in Dustin house forever. Human big and strong too. Probably more big and strong than asshole squatter. You fight? Give Dustin Mom glass house back? I'll see what I can do. Given your track record the past couple of days, getting the chance to fight something physical and real sounds like an excellent change of pace. As long as Dustin is safe from the horrors, everything will be okay. Ah! Absolutely. Also, welcome, my cat is Zen. Thanks for dropping in. Assuming, of course, that Dustin's mom's squatter is physical and real. Fight, I'm in. Anything for you, Dustin. Anything for you, Beyonce. I'll do my best, but no promises. Fight someone? Or fight something. I'll see what I can do. No way. I'm busy. I'm not accepting a quest from a possum. No! Anything for you, Dustin. Squatter have sharp things on head. Human, be careful. But Dustin mom would be eternally grateful to human. Dustin too. I should get going. Okay. Oh, they're so cute. I love them. That's that. Check the closet. Fuck it. Moved. You make your way to the closet. There's no denying it. The doll moved at some point since your most recent visit. But your long dead relative's creepy doll isn't the only thing that's different. Someone was in here. I wish we could check. Like, I wish we could, like, see if anything was taken or missing or something like that. Something to mull over for the rest of the day. Alright, let's go take a shower. Might as well take a shower before starting the rest of your day. Step into the guest bathroom and into the shower. It feels good to wash away the grime of last night's haunting, but eventually you'll have to leave this place and confront the rest of the day. In the meantime, you think about the door in the clinic, think about Oscar and Rosalina, think about the afterlife, think about Stella running off last night, think about Rosalina's shattered leg. Oof, yeah, it sucks, dude. And I can't even imagine the medical bills they're gonna have to deal with. Think about Gretchen, Stella's face. Think about Sybil's warning. Think about Wayne. Think about someone special. I'm gonna think about Oscar. Think about Oscar and Rosalina and how the specter of Charles Shaw Jr. has left them without home and work. You're done here. You're done here. You turn off the faucet and dry yourself off. And head downstairs. Head downstairs. It's time to face your cousin. You find her in the kitchen, her shoulders hunched in a tight ball of anxiety. They're striking. This week of all weeks, as if I didn't have enough on my plate already. Does it even matter how the strike plays out? Any resolution would merely treat the symptoms of the disease rotting the heart of Scarlet Hollow. I mean, yes, but also, worker rights, you know? For things to stand any chance of getting better, there's something deeper you still have to fully uncover. Talk about the strike, talk about what happened last night. Have you heard anything from Stella? If the mine's in trouble, you should just sell it. Have you ever heard anything from Stella? I can't get a hold of her. No, but that's not exactly newsworthy. I'm sure she's just processing what happened last night. We weren't the only ones who were traumatized. Yeah, talk about what happened last night. I mean, I have a feeling I know what the answer is going to be, but still. Do you regret leaving Charlie down there? Not at all. Shocked. And I don't care if Grandma Eddie killed him. Jesus H. Christ. The past is the past, and neither of us had anything to do with it. We can always build a new town hall. We can never get back lost years. So ghosts are real. I still can't get over that. I can. What does that actually change about anything? I still have a mind to run, and you still have a funeral to attend. Alright. Strike is just a symptom of the rot in this place. Tabitha, if we don't treat the underlying disease, it won't even matter who wins. Well, yes, but again, worker rights. So that's why the ditchlings are here. I'm usually pro-union, but you know what the strikers even want? You probably should have seen this coming. You should just get off your back. Just fire all of them. I can't believe the gall of these people. God, yeah. I am, again, I'm gonna be on Tabitha's side in this playthrough, but I just want it to be known. I fucking, I'm pro-union, alright? Like, I fucking hate having to choose those options. Everything else going on, it's hard to care about something as mundane as a strike. Let's go with mystical. The strike is just a symptom of the rot in this place, Tabitha. If we don't treat the underlying disease, it won't even matter who wins. Don't worry yourself about this little rabble. They won't last long, trust me. Do you know what the strikers even want? I haven't seen a list of demands. I'm sure it's just the usual. I promise you that if any one of them were in my shoes for a month, they'd be singing a different tune. Ugh. I am pro-union. But... Mom just says, can they not? Shouldn't they care about the mine doing well? It's the backbone of... You work hard too. They should realize that. Right? As if it's easy being the boss. Jesus H. Christ. So that's why the ditchlings are here. They were predicting the strike. Those doughy things we saw in the library yesterday? Look, I get it. There's weird stuff happening right now, but let's not muddy something as mundane as a strike with the supernatural. They're two entirely different things. Probably should have seen this coming. Who says I didn't? Who's to say I didn't? It wasn't ever really a question of if, more a question of when. So you knew you were abusing your fucking workers. Okay. Forgive me if I didn't expect them to walk out a few days before my mother's funeral. Couldn't even wait until Pearl Ann was in the ground. If the mine's in trouble, you should just sell it and sell the estate. Get out while you still can. Now stop lagging. Tabitha bristles. I'm not giving up like that. This is the Scarlet mine. I'm not just going to cash out on our family's legacy. I'm bringing the mine back to life one way or another. And you should probably get going, right? Yeah. I've dawdled long enough. Stay safe, no more hijinks. But let me know if you get in trouble, okay? Tabitha slips past you, her heavy boots thudding down the hall as she marches away to face her employees. Time to figure out the rest of your day. Now let's talk to Frou-Frou. You walk over to the cat. Oh, si estoy. Yeah. Cute. I don't speak French. Give me a second. C'est que tu veux maintenant? God, I hope I said that right. I took like a little bit of French in high school, but that was like so long ago. I missed you last night, Frou-Frou. Will you ever let me pet you? Do you know anything about the stone carvings scattered around town? I'm not telling Frou-Frou about the possums. Hell no. I missed you last night, Frou-Frou. That makes one of us. Will you ever let me pet you? And cut my foot in your disgusting human oils? None. I'll just nod respectfully to Frou-Frou. She scoffs, her tail twitching with annoyance. But you can sense she's less annoyed than she usually is. Maybe she's getting used to you. I doubt she knows anything about the stone carvings. Bye, Frou-Frou. Good talk. She scoffs as you turn away. Let's investigate the garden. Let's go see if we can't shove the goat out. Whatever kicked out Dustin's mom is in the garden right now. Better look into it before you head into town. The air is chilly today. Oh no, we can actually talk to the goat. I keep forgetting that, Jesus. The air is chilly today, the overcast sky hanging oppressively over the weed-choked flower beds. Too cold to head back inside. Investigate the greenhouse, yeah. Start carefully picking your way through the underbrush. Or maybe we can get peace between the goat and the possum so that they can all live in the greenhouse. That's best case scenario. Oof. Definitely gonna have to get some more water soon. Doesn't take much effort to find a path. Cuttings of prickly raspberry bushes and tangled vines litter the ground around the greenhouse. The glass house, one could say. Step towards the door. Cute goat. It's sealed shut by a lock, and you catch a brief glimpse of a horned shadow through the ancient oh, right. Fuck, we don't have the lockpick option. God damn it. Clouded, glass. Yeah, can we break the lock? The lock might be enough to stop whatever's in the greenhouse from leaving, but it won't be able to keep you out. Okay, good. Cool. Find a suitable rock and bash it open. Dustin's quest! Meet Dustin's true enemy! Oh, it's so cute. A warm barnyard smell floods your senses as you stare down at the goat within. It stares back up at you from its place on the tiled floor, surrounded by dried herbs. Yeah, why does Tabitha need or want a goat? That's the question. Yeah, what's your name, little guy? Goat. You're free, go on. Hey, whoever you are, there's a possum that would like you to leave. She was here first, this is her house. Let's untie the goat. You unclip the rope, tying the goat to the greenhouse. Hey, what do you think you're doing? That's my rope. Put it back. Oh. What are you doing in the greenhouse? A human put me here. Can't explain. Pretty sweet digs, honestly. Stays nice and warm, and there's plenty of eats, too. Where did you come from? Farm. Used to live with other guys like me. Kinda miss them. But not that much. Don't gotta share anymore. Look. Hey, whoever you are. There's a possum that would like you to leave. She was here first. This is her house. Don't want to leave. I live here now. She can deal. Ah, mouse, stop lagging. You're free. Go on, prance off into the wilderness. No we can keep you here any longer. Who said I want to leave? These are some sweet digs. I ain't giving them up for nothing. You hear me? The human have a brown coat and big boots? Coat like what? Fur? Nah, not brown fur. Yellow fur. Just on the top, like all you humans. Don't know what boots are. Can't help you there. Well, I mean, Dustin's mom can just stay in our dresser. I'm fine with that. I'm sure this goat is only a temporary thing. You reclip the rope. Thank you. I bet you wouldn't like it if someone went into your house and messed with your things now, would you? Guess I'll leave you to it then. Sure, suit yourself. More space for me. And close the door on the way out, will ya? It's nippy out there. Alright. You do your best to close the door behind you, but without the lock, it remains loosely ajar. You head back to the estate. You've investigated the garden. With Stella missing, it's best not to keep Kanika waiting for much longer. Fuel up with a quick PB&J. And that's that. I wonder if there's like a secret achievement you can unlock by having a peanut butter and jelly every single day that you're there. Head to town. You head to the front door and begin your trek to the town below. The sun shines down through a thin layer of clouds, illuminating the path in a watery gray light. You can't help but feel countless eyes watching you from the tree line. Yep, there's the fucking ditchlings. A feeling that reminds you of your time in the woods on Monday. Ditchlings shouldn't be out in the middle of the day, though. They're getting bolder. As you continue the trek to town, you pause to stare out at the mountain range beyond the holler, contemplating a world that's blissfully unaware of the danger threatening the citizens of this tiny town. The world outside feels less real with each passing day, as the strange reality of what's happening in Scarlet Hollow gently uproots what you'd always taken to be the truths of your world. Your everyday worries seem distant, overshadowed by a fear and dread that hasn't stopped building up since the moment you stepped off that bus. Oh, there's Kanika. It isn't long until your journey from the estate is over, and you once again find yourself on the main street of Scarlet Hollow. Hey, you made it! Oof. Why is my throat just so parched today? This sucks. One sec. I still haven't heard from Stella. And I've already seen a bunch of those ditchling things scurrying around in broad daylight. I know my mom said they're harmless, but we should start looking for her. So how are you mentally? I'm supposed to see your mom at some point today. Maybe she'll shed some light on those things. So, ghost, huh? Is the ghost still in the library and he leads on Stella? We could always just chill. I'm sure Stella will be fine. Someone manning the general store while we go looking for Stella? I was kind of surprised you reached out to me after all the issues between you and Tabitha. Yeah. I was kind of surprised you reached out to me after all the issues between you and Tabitha. I care more about finding Stella than I do about the ongoing feud between me and your cousin. And I'm not going out there alone because the last thing I want is to go missing while looking for someone who went missing. We do everything in groups from now on. Yeah, good idea. So how are you mentally? That's a great question. My concept of how the world works is being shattered a little more each day, so that's cool. Every day I feel more and more like I need to get out of this town before it swallows me whole. But I also keep feeling like there are too many reasons to stay. Like right now, I can't leave until I know Stella's okay. With her folks gone, the only people she has are her friends. And as her bestie, I can't just let her go running off into the woods to get eaten by a Bigfoot. And my mom is just so chill right now, it's driving me nuts. Anyway, that's how I'm doing. Probably about as poorly as everyone else who was at the library last night, except maybe Stella. So, ghosts, huh? Yeah, ghosts. I don't know about you, but I'm currently staving off a massive existential crisis about the state of matter and what being alive means. Give my life new meaning, become strong enough to punch a ghost. This information is destroying me. I'm still skeptical. Wonder if this means there's a heaven and hell. There's an afterlife. We should probably figure out who was right about it, shouldn't we? Ooh, I didn't mean to press that, but... whatever. Most cultures on Earth have some kind of ghost in their myths, so it could mean anything. Heaven, hell, Hades, Valhalla, anything. The good place or the bad place. A theory I've heard from people who believe in that sort of thing is that every now and then, some particularly bad energy builds up in somebody that lingers after their death. So it could be that nobody is right, and ghosts are basically like the echo of someone screaming as they fall down the Grand Canyon. Yeah, that's sort of what I kind of think if ghosts were real. I'm not 100% certain either way, but if ghosts were real, I feel like they would just sort of be the thumbprint somebody leaves behind, or like a footprint somebody leaves behind, instead of somebody's like actual, spirit or soul still trapped on Earth. Not really a person, just whatever's left of one slowly fading away. In which case, that means our puppeteer might just vanish on his own when he runs out of energy. Who knows how long that would take, though? Or maybe one of the religions with an afterlife is right, though who knows how you'd possibly narrow it down. And if you ask me, that just doesn't seem like something a person should know. I'm supposed to see your mom at some point today. Maybe she'll finally shed some light on things. Ainley's on Stella. You could always just chill. I'm sure Stella will be fine. Yeah, I was supposed to see your mom at some point today. Maybe she'll finally shed some light on things. I'm not sure what she's planning to tell you today that she couldn't have told all of us last night. Maybe she's going to read your fortune. I should probably stop making fun of her whole new age mystic fab. A lot's happened in the past couple of days. Still, there'll be plenty of time for tea after we've looked for Stella. Any leads on Stella? I haven't had a chance to talk to anyone else yet, so nope, none so far. She ran north last night, but that doesn't mean she didn't double back. Trying not to worry too much. It's possible she's safe somewhere, just not answering her phone. I also don't want to bet on that. I guess we should get started. Yeah, we're burning daylight. Where to first? Let's go to Stella's house. We should go to the cops, right? Yeah, let's check in with Oscar and Rosalina. They're at the Maxwell place, right? Yes, the place your oh-so-generous cousin decided was suitable for habitation. Sorry, I know she's your family and everything, but... Don't be, I hate her. But with what Oscar and Rosalina have been through this week, I just couldn't believe she'd even suggest something like that. The risk of infection has gotta be through the roof. I just hope we can find somewhere else for them to stay soon. Let me tell them that fucking Tabitha has a secret house, please. You don't get far from the sound of growling. You don't get far before the sound of growling and Desperate hisses grab your attention. Pixel? Oh my god! Get away from me. I'm supposed to be an indoor cat. I'm not supposed to see things like you. You don't even talk, you freak. You start to see a ditchling approach. Get the fuck away from that cat. Approach a cornered Pixel in an alley. He must have slipped out of the library with everyone else last night. The ditchling, distracted from its hunt by your arrival, cranes its neck to face you. Its eyes settling on you with alien indifference. Let me kick it. Da! Punt it! Exactly! You take a deep... You choose violence at least 3 times. You take a deep breath and focus on the creature's body before propelling yourself towards it. Yes. Your foot connects with the ditchling's hide, leaving an imprint in its body as it crashes into the wall. Yes! Oh, the other dogs! It makes brief eye contact with you in the alley before both you and it turn to face a peculiar sight. Yes! Get 'em, boys! And girls! A small pack of dogs pounce on the creature, pulling it from the wall, and then taking turns biting and tearing at it until it's ripped to shreds. Ah, goodness, boys and girls, yes. Their task complete, they saunter towards you. What are Daisy and Scraps doing out here? Are they leading some sort of ditchling hunting dog gang? I lived! Pixel, you got out of the library, or you poor cat, come here. Oh, good boy. Pixel cautiously walks towards your group before clambering into your arms. He has a comfortable heft to him. I see how it is. Everyone likes Mossy, even the cats. We found him last night, terrified and shaking in a bush outside the library. Psh, I wasn't that scared. I've even been helping out. Good boy squad! It's the good boy squad! Mm-hmm. Little Pixel here's been volunteering as a scout. Oh! This makes me so happy! Pixar, when do we get a movie about this gang of dogs and their cat lookout? Don't worry. We were always right around the corner. Those creatures only like to strike out when they have numbers, but they're hardly ever brat. We made sure the little guy was taken care of till the humans were awake. Do y'all know where he's supposed to be? Oh, good doggies! So you're the Scraps I've heard so much about. Make sure he gets back to his family, so... Are y'all some kind of dog militia or something? Have any of you seen or smelled Stella? Gretchen's... Yeah! Oh, we can recruit them to help us find Stella. Is there anything we humans can do about the ditchlings? Good doggies! Oh, they're all so happy. Thank you, appreciate the compliment. You call me good dog? Daisy good dog? Ah, Daisy's tail wags excitedly before she regains her composure. Sorry, I just love to hear it. Yeah, have any of you seen or smelled Stella, Gretchen's human friend? Oh dear, poor Gretchen. We heard about what happened to her. To think those awful creatures could get to a dog whose human cared about her so much. It just goes to show that we've got to look out for ourselves if we're going to survive. If the humans can't save us, we'll have to save ourselves. To answer your question, we did catch a whiff near the library, and one near her house. Haven't picked up anything around town since then. Let's hope those creatures haven't already gotten to her. Yeah, can you help us find her? Just as I feared, I hope she's okay. No, wait, humans are at the top of the food chain. Can you help us find her? You've got better noses for this sort of thing than we do. I'm afraid we can't be making any excursions into the forest until those creatures are long gone. We've lost enough already. We don't need any more of the local pets to go missing. What about Gretchen, Scraps? If her person's in trouble, helping out is the least we can do to honor her memory. Fair enough, we'll see what we can do. Oh, thank you, good boys and girls. We'll keep our noses to the ground and let you know if we find anything. Yeah, we'll make sure he gets back to his family. We appreciate it, human. Word's been going around town that there was one among you who could properly understand us. It'll be good to have you on our side during these strange times. Odd things are going on around here. It's important for all of us living things to watch out for each other. So, you're the Scraps I've heard so much about. The one and only. This here is Daisy, and we've got a few other concerned locals with us as well. Just making sure the cats and dogs of the holler are well cared for, considering recent events. I love them. There are more of those things in the woods every day, popping out of the innocent bodies of what used to be dogs like us. He's done us a fine service, but you'd best make sure to keep Pixel inside from here on out. I've got a feeling the things are only gonna get worse from here. Like to see you try. I was an indoor cat, but now that I got a taste of the outdoors, I will never be satisfied by the indoor life. But maybe I can wait till all those monsters are gone. Turn-based RPG spin-off with the Dog Squad pals. Yes! That'd be so cute! Oh my gosh, that'd be amazing. So are y'all kind of dog militia or something? Yeah, I suppose you could say that. I'm sure you've met the town's illustrious leader by now. When the powers that be abandon you, it's up to the rest of us to band together and protect those who need protection. Exactly, Scraps. Hell yes. Is there anything we humans could do about the ditchlings? Yeah, is there anything we humans could do about the ditchlings? They ain't that hard to kill when there's a whole lot of us. They die easy enough, so long as you don't get caught unawares. That's why we're gathering all the local dogs. A big pack is a safe pack. Jimmy may not be doing anything to help, but that doesn't mean we can't take matters into our own hands. No, Daisy. No, Daisy. No need to start in about the mayor. He has his own priorities. So long as he doesn't get in our way, we don't need to go start in trouble. Isn't Jimmy the mayor? Shouldn't you give him a little more respect? Yeah, screw Jimmy. I like the mayor. What a joke. One of you should have been mayor. Yeah. Yeah, screw Jimmy. What a joke. One of you should have been mayor. Well, aren't you sweet? Some dogs just ain't fit to lead. It's not his fault the humans of this town flung him so far out of his depths. Aren't your families worried about you off on your own like this? We're country dogs. So long as we come home for dinner, most of us aren't missed too much. Speak for yourself. I know my family has been worried sick, but I can't let that get in the way of what's important. Besides, if I went home, they might tie me up, and then I'd be a sitting dog. That is a good point. Best be on our way. Save for us. For the first time that we know of, those things are out during the day, which means the pets of Scarlet Hollow need us now more than ever. Make sure the humans keep an extra careful watch on their furry companions. Will do! The band of dogs scamper off. You just had a full-on conversation with those dogs. Sure, if ghosts are real, then why can't animal whispering be real too? Kanika sighs, muttering to herself. Knowing dogs are capable of carrying on an actual conversation is going to make being a veterinarian really weird. Honestly, yeah, if I had the ability to talk to animals, I think, like, being a vet makes the most sense. Pixel in tow, you and your companions continue on to the old Maxwell place. Jesus H fucking Christ, dude. The old Maxwell place. It was clearly once a mid-century modern home, and undoubtedly quite stylish for the times, but it's been abandoned for unknown decades, and moss and vines choke its exterior, barely concealing cracked walls and dust-clouded glass. Hey, where the heck are you taking me? This ain't my house. Before you can approach, the door opens and Oscar's head pokes out from the entryway. Hello? Oh, sorry if I startled y'all. The walls here are worn down enough I could hear you coming from a block away. Huh. Good morning, Oscar. Oh, thank goodness you found Pixel. Rosalina's been beside herself. Oscar's voice is tired. He's had a long night and it shows, his graying face seemingly having aged in the hours since you last saw him. Please, come on in. Place is probably not haunted. Tabitha sucks. I'm just gonna say that right now. At least Dr. Kelly's here. You're doing really great, Rosalina. Not a lot of kids your age can take shots that well. You're being so brave. You don't have to talk to me like I'm 5. But you are brave. You really are, Rosalina. You're like so badass. Alexis is right. This is more than most people have to deal with in their whole lives, and here you are taking it like a champ. Before Dr. Kelly can continue, Pixel jumps from your arms, bounding across the room and leaping onto Rosalina's chest. Oh, good boy. Pixel, I've been so worried about you. I told you he'd turn up. Dr. Kelly's almost gentle Dr. Kelly's almost gentle bedside manner vanishes as she turns and glares at you. I see we have visitors. How's she, Doc? How are you doing, Rosalina? How's Reese? I'd like to apologize. Yeah. Jesus. Do you think you'll have to stay here long term? How you doing, Rosalina? I'm tired. My leg hurts. A lot. But the medicine is helping. It's not so bad now. And what are you not gonna do today? Walk around. Sorry, Dr. Kelly. I should have been better at stopping her. I take full responsibility. As her father, I should have. No need for anyone to step in to take blame for anything. It's the hospital's fault for sending her home at all. It's gross negligence if you ask me. But give it time. You can do all the running around you want, alright, Rosalina? You just have to make sure you give that leg of yours a chance to heal up a bit first. You don't want to pop any stitches. How's Reese? He's fine. Had a rough night, but he'll recover. He's used to this sort of thing. He just needs a couple days to get back on his feet. That means no more excitement, not even a movie. Sorry to hear that, Dr. Kelly. I don't think he's okay, but what if I wanted to hang out with him again? Not filter through you, for reals. Talk about him like he's a child. No way. I will respect this boundary and not bother either of you anymore. I do wonder, so on my first playthrough, we ended episode 4 at Reese's place, and we saw what happened there. I wonder if there's a chance to end... I mean, we still have to check out the stone carving at the clinic, though. So... yeah, don't know. Honestly, yeah, I'd like to hear this from him, not filtered through you. He's sick, so you won't be hearing it from him. And I can't say I care for your tone right now. Sorry again about the library. You always try going on a rescue mission for some of your stuff. That is true. It's going to happen to your career now that the library is closed. Yeah, we could always try going on a rescue mission for some of your stuff. No, absolutely not. No one is going back in there until we have a thoroughly researched plan of action. This goes especially for you, Mossy. Who knows if you'd be able to leave again? You've done enough for my family. How about no one is going back in there, period? We're going to need to deal with it eventually. Boarding up the library isn't a permanent solution. Are you sure about that? Because I don't see any reason we shouldn't just leave the thing alone forever. Sorry again about the library. There's no need to apologize. It's a building. You're a person. You matter more than a pile of stones. I do kind of wish we could go back for our stuff. Thanks for letting me borrow some of your clothes, Alexis. You can borrow as much as you need. I have plenty of shirts, and you can do laundry at our house too. Of course, there are some family heirlooms that I'd rather not lose. Portraits of my parents, my father's mining jacket. I don't like the thought of their last living memories being forgotten in there. And the fact that it stole the library from me too. That one really stings. But what are you gonna do? I don't want to yeah. That's a sore topic. I'm not gonna touch on that. I doubt Dr. Kelly is gonna care. Are you gonna start poisoning her now too? Jesus. Yeah, I would like to apologize on behalf of my cousin for making you stay here. Also, she has a secret house, and I am more than willing to break into that thing for you. You don't have to fall on that sword for her, Mossy. There's no need for anyone to apologize. Things happen, and it's not like we'll be staying here long term. I'm going to get the library back in our house with it. I best be on my way. Goodbye, Rosalina. Make sure you stay put and keep Pixel company, okay? Alright, I will. Bye, Dr. Kelly. Thanks again for doing this. I can't express how much. It's nothing. I'll call later today to see how she's doing. Good luck to the both of you. Dr. Kelly brusquely pushes past you and leaves. Oscar, before we get sidetracked, we're not just here to talk about monsters and what happened in the library. Oh? Stella's been missing since last night. Oh. You haven't seen her, right? Not since last night. I know you've got a lot going on, but let us know if you see her around. After everything we went through last night, I'm worried about her. I'm sure she'll be okay, but you should probably get back to looking for her soon. Before you go, though, there is something I wanted to get your thoughts on. Let's step outside. Usher Os- Us- wow. Oscar ushers you to the street. What's up? Is everything okay? Yes, or at least as okay it can be considering everything that's happened. But I don't exactly feel safe. Strange things are going on in Scarlet Hollow, and I'm tired of running from them. I want to get our house back. You've all been looking into the town's history, correct? I overheard your discussion in the library the other day. Have you been able to find anything that might explain what's going on? I don't think we have too much to go on. I can't help but feel like there must have been some kind of inciting event, since everything started getting weird seemingly overnight, but I have no idea where to even start, really. Whatever the cause of this is, there must be some way to put this genie back in the bottle. I'm going to do my best to find out if there have ever been any similar events and whether there's anything special about Scarlet Hollow that might explain what's going on. The town archives are, unfortunately, in the library. I was gonna say, like, most places the library and town hall are separate, so if the library was taken out of commission, you could at least check the town hall for, like, records and archives, but since it's the same building, any form of research we could have done other than on the internet, it's kind of cut off, which sucks. Rosalina had been pestering me to make some sort of digital backup for months, but I never got around to it. So online sources it is. We'll fill you in on what little we know, so you at least have some place to start. We've been finding these weird stone seals. Make sure Pixel stays inside or might get... yeah. Wonder if this could be the work of some sort of cult. Yeah, make sure Pixel stays inside, or he might get grabbed by ditchlings. The ditchlings are those things from the woods, right? With those faces? They snatch animals to do some kind of parasitic egg-laying thing, so unless you want one of those things to pop out of Pixel, better keep him where he's safe. I think some dogs kept him safe. Like, a gang of dogs. I know it sounds ridiculous, but we saw it with our own eyes. A gang of dogs? I suppose stranger things have happened. This very week, in fact. But we'll make sure he stays safe. Yeah, we've been finding these weird stone seals. There was one in the mines, another in your basement. There might be more. These are those carvings you mentioned last night, right? To think there was something like that under my house all this time. And to think someone must have put it there. But who? Enoch, probably? This gives me quite a few threads to follow. Thank you, Mossy. Mossy, didn't you say you felt something similar to the mine seal outside the clinic yesterday? I hope that doesn't mean something weird is about to happen there too. Yeah, honestly, yeah. I think Dr. Kelly is hiding something. Dinner last night was weird. I don't think we need to go around accusing anyone of being deceitful. No, Mossy is definitely right. I know that's probably not great to hear since Rosalina really needs her right now, but something is up with Dr. Kelly. I'm worried about Reese. I request we drop this line of thinking. We don't need to turn on each other based on pure speculation. Besides, she took me at my word about everything that happened last night. That has to count for something, right? If nothing else that's more suspicious, that means she knows something is going on. I mean, we, the audience, already know that, but... I wonder if this could be the work of some sort of cult. I mean, yeah. It most certainly is. I don't know, I'm just throwing things out there. Know any local cults that could be responsible? I think the cops are in on it. I don't know, I'm just throwing things out there. Let's not get all satanic panic just yet. I know it's not looking unlikely at this point, but having lived in this town my whole life, I feel like I would know if there was some cult that ran the place. Unless it's new. Cult doesn't necessarily have to run the town to have had an impact here. That too. Doesn't even need to be active. From what I gather, those carvings you've been talking about are old, and whoever left them here is probably long gone. See what I can find. You never know. Whatever we're doing next, I feel like we're missing a valid team member. We're running daylight. Let's head out. Feels like you've got something to work on. Yeah. Whatever we're doing next, I feel like we're missing a vital team member. We need to find Stella, and fast. I agree. We need her brazen energy if we're going to do any serious sleuthing. Let us know what you find. I will. We're going to get the lab right back, and we're going to figure out how to fix whatever is wrong with this town. So that's Oscar. Any other ideas? Let's go to Stella's house, check out the diner, we go to the mines. I'm gonna try and pick options that I didn't pick in my first playthrough, so let's go to the cops. We should go to the cops, right? Let's at least check her house first. The last thing we want to do is file a police report when it turns out Stella's been sleeping in the whole time. Alright, fine. Okay, let's go to Stella's house. You're right, we've been running around town getting all riled up, and meanwhile, she's probably just sleeping in or something. I would have checked before we met up, but I was honestly kind of nervous I might run into some other horror from beyond the veil if I went exploring on my own. You make your way towards Stella's house. Huh. Kanika knocks anxiously on the door. It creaks open. The interior is cold, and not just physically. There is an absence of joy in life that leaves only a chill behind. This is the ghost of an empty house. Jesus. There is a sobering dread that comes with the knowledge that your search won't end here. Your protective instincts set in, and the muscles in your arms tighten, your shoulders straightening. If danger lurks ahead, you're ready for it. Let's fucking go. I don't sense anything supernatural here, but I don't like the look of this. We should go in, right? Let's just get the cops. You've met Scarlet Hollow's finest, and you still want to leave this up to them? As unsettling as the door situation is, we can talk to the cops after we've seen what's inside. I try not to involve Scarlet Hollow's finest unless it's absolutely necessary. I wouldn't trust them to detect their way out of a paper bag. Yeah, it makes sense. Kanika steps forward, crossing the threshold into Stella's house. Whatever happened to Stella, it doesn't look like it happened here. Okay, nothing unusual so far. This is a perfectly normal living room, no blood or viscera. Not even a tipped over lamp, so that's good. Let's investigate the kitchen. Stella's kitchen is slightly messy. A couple cabinets are hanging open, and a loaf of bread sits on the counter by a used butter knife. Yeah, it looks normal to me. Stella's house has always felt a little sterile to me. This feels a little too lived in, if that makes sense. Though maybe that's just because I've only ever been over when she's already expecting me. Investigate Stella's room. You make your way down the hall to what you assume to be Stella's room. She's not here. Though it's a little untidy, it's the usual sort of untidiness that accumulates when someone doesn't often have guests in their bedroom. There aren't any signs of violence. Love seeing someone's room before they've had a chance to clean it up for company. It's a neat little snapshot, you know? Love the photos. Oh, Gretchen. This sure looks like a room. Any thoughts? It's a mess. I don't think there's any clues here. Let's check her computer. And how long have I been streaming? About an hour. I'm gonna go take a quick break and make myself some more hot water with lemon in it, because my throat is starting to feel a little scratchy. So I will be right back. Give me like 5 minutes, y'all. Hello all, I'm back. Sorry that took so long. I managed to dig out one single peppermint tea bag from the back of my cabinet, so currently having that steep. But yeah, we're back. I'm not sure we should be snooping on her computer. Isn't that an invasion of privacy? What's just a clue and we miss it? I mean, yeah. If Stella didn't want us to snoop, she shouldn't have gone missing. Spooky story time resumes. Thanks, dude. I always have such a genuine fear that if I take a break, everyone will just leave. But I do need to give my throat a break every so often. Oh, she's gossiping about us to her online friends. Look, I know it's an invasion of privacy, but we've got to do whatever we can to find her. See if it's password protected before we make a fuss about it. You're right. I honestly don't need... think about how this might not be a good idea. Nah, what if there's... Well, the thing is, we already snooped. I'm always torn between, well, I already did that option on my last playthrough, so I want to try a different route this time versus what logically makes sense in the moment. Gotta do whatever we can to find her. You're no fun, but fine. We won't sleep around on Stella's computer. Thank you. I love seeing someone's room before they've had a chance to clean it up for company. It's a neat little snapshot, you know? Speak for yourself. If the roles were reversed and I was missing and you and Stella were poking around in my room unannounced, I'd be completely mortified. I mean, same a little bit. I will say that this is what her room's been like for pretty much the entire time I've known her. The only thing that's changed is the computer getting a lot fancier. Aw, she still does those corkboard with string things. She loves putting the strings on there. I don't think they actually mean anything, but they're more for decoration anyway. Okay, I don't think we're going to find much else here. Let's move on. Okay, so she's not here, and we still have no idea where she is. I thought I was overreacting this morning. I thought she would have just been sleeping in or something. I can't believe she's actually missing. We're going to the cops. I know they probably won't actually do anything, but we should see if we can get them to start looking for her before we go anywhere else. Yeah, let's go. We should make sure the police know Stella's missing. Yeah. We should make sure the police know Stella's missing. Though they're probably going to assume... Oh, hey guys. They're probably going to assume I had something to do with her disappearance. Make sure that the volume's actually... Okay, that's fine. I'm so paranoid after last episode. The police station is exactly what you would expect from a town the size of Scarlet Hollow. It smells strongly of coffee and faintly of aged furniture and paper, and the general tidiness speaks of a department that doesn't get much of anything done. But you're also not alone here. You enter to find Beau and Duke standing between you and the officers behind the desk. Let me sip on my boiling hot tea just a second. Now listen here, Hugby. Big Betty was set to win a blue ribbon, so don't you go telling me she was just a pumpkin. We worked real hard to get her that big. Raised her up from seed. It's just not fair, officer, sir. I understand that and all, but I just don't see why y'all want us to do about it. What y'all want us to do about it. That's Derrickson. I know y'all cared a lot about this pumpkin, but as it stands, this simply isn't a job the police can help you with. I mean, if she was stolen from their property, then like... I mean, it's theft of property. That is literally the cop's job to investigate that. Now, if you were able to find some kind of evidence that Julius or somebody else stole this Big Betty of yours, then you could get a lawyer involved and take it to small claims court. How about you go check his property to see if there's a giant fucking pumpkin on there? Dang it, deputy. Ain't finding evidence what y'all are supposed to be good for? That Julius has been stealing what rightfully belongs to the Callaways for all his life, and you folks ain't done a lick of policing to put an end to it. I told you we were better off handling this ourselves, Daddy. Are you still talking about Big Betty? Was all this about a pumpkin? Can you folks arrest a ghost? Hey, Stella ran off last night and she's still missing. She isn't at home and none of us have heard from her. She what now? Oh, that's just our Stella, always running off. I wouldn't worry too much about it, she'll turn up. Great. This is different, Earl. You know I wouldn't be up here bothering you if it wasn't important. She shouldn't be off on her own when there are so many ditchlings around. Why do we even come here? This is useless. Yeah, she shouldn't be off on her own when there are so many ditchlings around. I'm sure you've seen them by now, they're everywhere. Sure, we have seen some strange animals lately. And we've certainly been getting a lot of calls about them, so either Scarlet Hollow is suffering some kind of mass hallucination, or we've been invaded by whatever they are. What are you expecting us to do about it? Your job? Ain't y'all supposed to shoot him or something? Yeah. Now, son, we ain't animal control, we're the police. Are you kidding me? This town doesn't even have an animal control department. Well, maybe it should get one. Y'all are no use at all, you know that? Them things have been after our chickens for at least a week now. Open your eyes, boys. There are strange things afoot. Duke is gonna come in with his fucking shotgun and save the day. Just watch. Let's just get going. Let's just get going. Yeah, this is pointless. Well, no one can say we didn't try. Let's keep looking. Yeah, at the very least, like, if this was real life, at the very least, we could be like, we tried going to the police, they didn't fucking do shit. Which is par for the course, honestly. Why won't they just do their jobs? Visit the police in episode 4. Well, that was a total waste of time. I hope Duke and Bo find their pumpkin. Where to next? Let's go to the mines. Oh, wait, but then we wouldn't be able to go to the church and talk to the pastor. Oh, well. We should go to the mines. I guess there's a decent chance Stella went to find your cousin, since they're friends. Come on, I'll drive us. Oh, we can see the inside, or at least I hope we get to see the inside of Kanika's van. That'd be cool. Follow Kanika to her van. It isn't long before you find yourself outside the Scarlet mines. I guess not. Hell yeah, dudes. There's a small gathering of workers outside the entrance to the mines, picket signs in hand. Is this a strack? They're stracking? Good for them, but I kind of thought there'd be more of them, you know? I hope it's not weird to talk to them while they're in the middle of all this. Well, if it isn't the boss's cousin. Hail and well met, fellow countrymen. What goes on here? How goes the strike? Yeah, have any of you seen Tabitha? Have any of you seen Stella? She's missing. The YouTuber? She's the one on all the banned from property posters, right? We haven't seen her, and we've been out here all day, so we'd know if she'd come back. Oh no, this isn't looking good. We'll make sure to keep an eye out. I need to talk to Tabitha. Yeah. So you're saying you want... Yeah, that's true, yeah. Oh. Yeah, let's just call her. I'm not fucking crossing a picket line, okay? You pull out your phone and dial your cousin. Hey, are you okay? Oh, fuck's sake. I don't know why I can't do this anymore. I used to be able to ban spam bots and shit on mobile, but for some reason it's not letting me do it anymore, so... One sec, folks. I have a bot to ban. Ban. There we go. And back to the game. No, I'm in grave danger. A skunk ape is about to eat me. I just want to hang out. Yeah, Stella's missing. We've been looking all over town for her and don't have any leads. Tabitha groans. You don't think Wayne... It's not what I'm worried about. You said yourself he didn't have it in him. There wasn't evidence that he'd been in her house or signs of a struggle. Wayne's my friend, sure. I'll say yeah. That's what I'm worried about. Because I know the game keeps trying to tell us that Wayne's harmless, but Wayne seems to have it out for Stella for some reason. So, like... Let's see if I can figure something out. Call me if you run into more trouble, but please don't go looking for any today, okay? I don't need you going missing too. I've gotta go, sorry. She hangs the phone. That doesn't sound like she knows where Stella is. Come on, let's go. We can figure out our next move when we get back to town. Where to next? Oh, now we can go to the church. Hell yeah. Just check out the church. The church? Why, do you think Stella decided to get religious all of a sudden? She seemed really shaken up. It's not unlikely. I don't know if she'll be there. I just want to talk to the pastor. I just want to be thorough. I mean, yeah. I feel like I need some spiritual cleansing. I want to talk about unholy water and crosses. I want to tell Pastor Daniel that ghosts are real and rub it in his face. Yeah, I just want to be thorough. Let's make it quick. I don't want him trying to rope me into some church event. Kanika leads the way, taking you up the gradual slope towards the church. Alright, where is that weirdo? Matt, 3 visitors at once? On a Thursday? This is unprecedented. But there are only 2 of us. Oh no, were we followed by a ditchling? Were we followed by Wayne? Sup, old people? Oh, it's just Zane. What are you doing here? All the glimpses of death I've had in the past 2 days have forced me into the midst of an existential crisis, my dudes. I wanted to see if faith held any answers for me. Alas, I have not yet found the solace I seek. Give it time, Zane. It sometimes takes a while for the Lord to work his way into your heart, but when he does, you won't regret letting him in. Be sure to look over those pamphlets I gave you, and of course, I'm always here if you need to talk. Sure thing, Pastor D. Peace, y'all. Later, Zane. Anyway, we're looking for Stella. She wandered off last night, and no one has seen her since. I'm starting to get pretty worried. We hope maybe you or Janie has seen her? I can't speak for Janie, but I'm afraid I've seen neither hide nor hair of Stella. If you'd like to talk to my wife, she's just over by the alpacas. Though, Mossy, I was hoping we might be able to talk in private. Sure, what's up? I guess I'll leave you to it while I check in with Janie. Kanika heads off towards Janie and the alpacas, leaving you alone with the nervous pastor. I had a chat with the mayor yesterday. I heard you did too. So glad you came. Wait, you had a chat? Like chat? Can you talk to animals, my dude? I've never met anyone else who could... He can! What? Shut the fuck up, really? Okay, that's cool. I've never met anyone else who could hear them. You have no idea how long I thought I must have had some kind of insanity. I even thought at one point that it must have been the Lord himself talking to me through them. But they never had anything very insightful to say, so I was disavowed of that pretty early on. Whoa. Are you telling me you can also... Yeah. Whoa. Are you telling me you can also... But I thought I was the only one. I guess the 2 of us are just kindred spirits. Oh! And his kid, like, is, like, friends with the rats in the church. Maybe his kid can talk to animals, too. Oh, that's cool. Have we been cursed? Have you met Frou-Frou, Gretchen Pistol? Your gift while you got into the church? Yeah, is this why people think you're creepy? Because you have the gift? People think I'm creepy? But it's alright. People say all kinds of things. I just have to be patient and persistent, and I know eventually they'll understand that I can be a comforting presence in their lives, not a creepy one. Maybe if I grew a thicker beard, people would trust me more. Or maybe I should get a cool jacket. Oh, he's so awkward. Yeah, have you met Frou-Frou, Gretchen, Pixel? Of course I have, but I learned early on in life not to let on that I have this gift. At least while other humans are around, so I haven't spoken with any of them. Though I get the feeling Frou-Frou wouldn't talk to me even if she knew I could understand her. I've tried to befriend the alpacas when no one else is around. Emphasis on tried, but they're surprisingly cliquey. That makes sense. They are a herd animal. Besides that, I try to maintain a low profile, only chatting with the wildlife when I'm sure no one is looking. You're way more careful than I am. Yeah, is your gift why you got into the church? It's hard to say. I was raised Baptist by two loving parents and I was always interested in religion, but I've also always known about my talent, so I don't know what came first. If anything, though, I'd say I'm religious in spite of the gift. It hasn't exactly been easy to square this with a lot of the religious education I've had. Yeah, it's true. I mean, they'd probably call you a witch in some circles, so... Also, tea break. 1 second, guys. Oh, that feels so good. I think like a nice hot cup of peppermint tea. For instance, a lot of religious leaders will tell you that only humans have souls. Well, you and I both know that's not true. Though I suppose that gets into a whole different conversation about what exactly a soul is. I don't believe that only humans have souls. If you've ever met a dog, there's no way they're not the purest souls on the planet. If dogs aren't getting into heaven, I don't want to fucking go, okay? Cats too. I am much more a cat person than a dog person, but still. But those are conversations that I am glad to leave to the scholars. I'm just a simple small-town pastor. I don't need to ask the big questions anymore. I just have to help people through their daily lives. I don't think it's a curse. I think it's pretty cool. I would love to talk to animals. Can I express how much of a relief it is to finally meet someone else like me? I hope you don't think the two of us sharing the gift means we're friends. I hope you know this means the two of us are bonded for life. Best friends. Nobody else understands what it's like to be us. Does Janie know? Yeah. Honestly, yeah. I can't express how much of a relief it is to finally meet someone else like me. Likewise. Though it may be more than just the two of us now. I have my suspicion. Yep, I knew it. I fucking knew it. I have my suspicions that Tulip might have inherited the gift. There have been some particularly nasty rats in the church lately, and she said some things that have led me to believe she might be able to understand them. Oops, speak of the devil. He's interrupted by the sounds of a snapping twig and a high-pitched giggle, partly muffled by the underbrush on the edge at the property. Tulip, come out of there. You know you're not supposed to play in the woods. Tulip glances back into the woods, quiet as she hesitates. Tulip, are you going to be good, or are we going to skip story time tonight? I'll be good. You don't have to skip story time. I won't go into the woods, I promise. I know you won't, Tulip, because you know it's too dangerous for little girls in there. Why don't you go help Mama with the alpacas? It's just about time they got fed. You can give them hay. She's so cute. Tulip smiles broadly, seemingly excited by the prospect, and hurries off. Sorry, I had to have a firm parenting moment just then. She's been trying to run off into those woods a lot lately, and it's really dangerous, even for adults. Maybe she's going to talk to the ditchlings or something. Because we know from episode 1 that since we can talk to animals, we can hear the ditchlings. There's this massive trash dump not too far past the trees, but it must be at least 50 years old, so it's all grown over and looks like it's part of the landscape. But if you accidentally walk on it, you might find yourself falling into a hip-deep mound of rusty cans and broken glass. Yeah, what were you saying about the church rats? Ah yes, the rats. So you and I are used to the sort of chatter we hear from wildlife. It's usually nothing that needs to be paid attention to. But these rats, there's something so sinister about them. And they must be huge judging by the sounds of them scurrying around in there. Are we sure it's rats and not ditchlings? Tulip had never shown evidence of the ability before. She's never responded to the alpacas or engaged in conversations with birds. In retrospect, she could have been hiding it the way I did growing up. Because I know he's been talking to the rats. She calls them her friends, has been drawing all these pictures of them, really ghastly things. I've tried to bring it up with her, but she just gets this little smile and doesn't say a word, like it's her fun little secret. It's all innocent enough in the grand scheme of things, but I'm pretty sure they also live out in that trash heap. And ever since she started talking about her friends, she's been trying to sneak out there. I'm concerned she's going to get hurt or catch some kind of disease. Have you actually seen them? Yeah, are you sure they're rats? I think so. The pastor shifts uncomfortably for a moment. I hope so. Yeah, what have they been saying? They like to try to goad me into crying or becoming depressed. They watch me through unseen holes and make fun of me and try to figure out how to press my buttons. What a bunch of douchebags. It's annoying, but easy enough to block out, especially when I'm praying. I don't think they're a good influence on Tulip, though. She's gotten quiet and secretive ever since she started talking to them. I'd hate to think what they say to her when I'm not around to hear. Yeah, have you actually seen them? Ah, lag. Stop it. No, but I don't need to. I lived in a dorm that had rats once. You never see them, but the church has all the signs of an infestation, and there's no mistaking the sound of little creatures stampeding through the walls. I think it might be ditchlings. I left out some humane rat traps, but they're too smart for them. All it's done is waste peanut butter. And I caught a possum in one, poor thing. Possums are never very bright, but at least he got a nice big scoop of peanut butter out of the ordeal. Yeah, has Janie heard them? She's not in the church very often. She's usually in town doing her jobs until late, and we spend our evenings in the house. It's just me and Tulip all day long. Janie knows Tulip has made some strange little friends, but there's my tea. But thinks it's an imagination game. I was hoping I'd sort out the rat issue before she would get suspicious, but they're persistent. So I may have to hire an exterminator if I can get the money for one. I hope it doesn't come to that. Man, when tea is that perfect temperature where it's just hot enough but not too hot that you're freaking burning your mouth, it's the best. Have you tried befriending them? Is there anything I can do to help? I mean, yeah, we should talk to Tulip about the gift, but maybe I could try talking to them. Is there anything I could do to help? Maybe I could try talking to them. That would be lovely. I'd certainly appreciate a helping hand here. I don't want to be too much of a bother, and you should probably finish looking for your missing friend first, but I'll be around. Alright, so future episode stuff. Out of the corner of your eye, you see Kanika walking back to the two of you. She must have finished talking to Janie. Janie says she hasn't seen Stella either, so we'd better get going. Oof. Hope your talk with the pastor went well. Yes, we had a great conversation. I appreciate you all stopping by, even if it wasn't under the best circumstances. I'll let you all be on your way. And I hope Stella turns up soon. I'll put in some good prayers with the big man for her. Alright, thanks. See ya. Kanika starts back down the path to town, and you follow. Okay, now that we've put some distance between us and the church, what did he want to talk to you about? He didn't say anything weird, did he? Nosy, aren't you? He can also talk to animals. Just wanted to discuss it with me. Get some weird imaginary friends. Yeah, because Kanika knows we can talk to animals now, so he can also talk to animals. He just wanted to discuss it with me. Right, your weird animals thing. I can't believe that of all the people in the world you could have shared that ability with, you wound up stuck with Pastor Daniel. Let's not get too distracted until we find Stella, though. Where to next? I already did the diner last time. Mouse. Yeah. I'm supposed to get tea with your mom today. Maybe she'll have some ideas. Sure, we can humor her. She's probably going to give you some rocks or bundles of herbs for protection or something, which might actually work, who knows. Guess there's only one way to find out. The bells of the general store chime welcomingly as the two of you enter. Kanika, there you are. You were supposed to stay in bed today, remember? And hello, Mossy. Hope you're sufficiently recovered from last night's fiasco. Yeah, I don't know. Why does Sybil want to keep such a tight leash on Kanika? She doesn't really give... I mean, it could just be codependent parroting, but... I don't know. Maybe there's something more sinister about that, because she doesn't have the same... She's less concerned about Miles. So, like... Yeah, I don't know, man. Sorry, Mom. It's just that Stella's missing, and Stella can take care of herself, unlike you. She also let Kanika go off to college. Yeah, which further complicates things. Yeah, and it does seem like this whole Kanika, you need to stay home now thing kind of came out of nowhere. It feels like it just came up like last episode. I mean, it could just be that Sybil knows about all the bad stuff that's happening around town, and so she's trying to keep Kanika safe from it all. But, like, yeah, I don't know, man. Unlike you need bed rest and lots of fluids. You don't need to go running around town spraying that cold of yours. Also, yeah, Kanika is very obviously not sick. Go on, get up to bed. I'll be up in a minute with more tea. But I mean, Sybil is obviously just like mind controlling her or influencing her. I thought you had some kind of important thing to talk to Mossy about. Might have been in response to how the ghost hunt turned out specifically. I mean, maybe, but in my last playthrough where we released the spirit of Charles Shaw Jr. and like we had a more arguably peaceful resolution at the expense of several years of my life. Like even then, like Sybil was still super overprotective of Kanika all of a sudden. I'm really feeling okay. I want to hear what you want to say to them. I'll just be doing a tea reading. Haven't those always bored you to tears? Okay, you're right. I'm not feeling well. I should really go lie down. See, she's fucking mentally influencing her. Bye, Mossy. Although now that we have the mystic trait, I wonder if, like, we can avoid that happening. Because on my last playthrough, we didn't have the mystic trait and, like, we were basically forced to listen to her. Kanika turns and heads towards the stairs without saying another word. Yeah, exactly. Something isn't right here. But it's hard to put into words or pin it down into thoughts. Shall we? Sybil motions towards the tea room. Follow Sybil to the tea room. Please have a seat. I'll bring you a fresh cup. Yeah, I'm really curious to see how this scene is going to play out now that since we have the mystical trait. You take a seat at the small table at the edge of the room. It's dark here, only a sliver of sunlight able to filter through the heavy curtains, supplemented by the bright grow lights over the plant in the corner. Sybil joins you at the table and places a cup in front of you. It smells light and citrusy with an undercurrent of decaying earth. It's the same tea she brought you on Tuesday. I also think there's something up with the tea. Like, maybe it makes people more susceptible to her mental influence or something. I'll be able to do a reading once you're done. Until then, how about we just chat? The other day you promised to tell me, unsavory tales of my mom's youth. We can't get me around. Just sip my tea. You take the tea, sipping it delicately. The citrus smell is fleeting, quickly replaced with the earthiness at its core, like you've taken a mouthful of dirt. Ugh. But the aftertaste combines the two flavors into something soothing and medicinal, and you find yourself feeling more comfortable, your muscles relaxing for the first time in days. It's soothing beyond what you would expect out of ordinary tea. There must be something magical at work in this blend. See? Exactly. What's with all the mystery and ritual? If you have something to tell me, just come out and say it. I'll need your tea leaves first. I have pieces of the puzzle, but the tea leaves should help to give me the full picture. The other day, you promised to tell me, what was it, unsavory tales of my mom's youth? I most certainly did. Though I might have been exaggerating a bit for dramatic effect, I'm prone to do that. In a town this size, you get to know everybody, no matter what the age difference might be. Vivian was a little younger than me, which meant I always had a certain older sister instinct about her. Her family wasn't good to her. Pearl Ann was a lot like your great-grandmother, Edwardine, which is to say she was not a very kind woman. Similar to Tabitha, but with more social grace and considerably more hatred for her fellow man. I'm not surprised. But your mother wasn't a shrinking violet either. She was just as stubborn as any other Scarlet, so her family choosing her as their punching bag made her into quite the rebel. You know about my grandma? Yeah, let's just, finish the tea, yeah. You close your eyes and take another sip, and then another. It's delightful. The tea is gone before you know it, the small cup empty save for what's left of rehydrated leaves coating the bottom. Oh good, glad you found the tea palatable enough to drink. Should do you some good, it's one of my more medicinal blends. Now, on to business. Sybil takes the cup from you, staring thoughtfully down at the sludge. Oh dear, this doesn't bode well. You've got just about every morning that can fit in the bottom of a cup. Cross, kettle, hourglass. All of these mean death, misery, difficulty, and the hourglass ties it all together with definite urgency. It's fair to assume that this all has to do with whatever brought the ditchlings. Something is coming, and whether any of us can stop it, I'm not sure. But we may, at the very least, be able to figure out what it is. And there's a central figure here, a cat, an enemy, lurking in plain sight. Gee, I wonder who it could be! Yeah, I'd like to see. I'm sure it wouldn't make much sense to most people. It'll probably just look like a confusing mess of old leaves, but you're free to take a look. Take the cup, staring down into it. It's just leaves, there's no pattern, nothing swimming together in the dredges of your tea to give you any warnings or premonitions. After a long moment, Sybil takes the cup back from you. I hope that settles your curiosity. Don't worry if you couldn't make sense of it. It takes years to learn this sort of thing, even for someone with your propensities. I mean, it could be she's just saying all this because she knows, like, terrible shit's gonna happen because she's the one orchestrating it all. She winks conspiratorially. That's gotta be Pixel, the cat could be Tabitha, Oscar, Reese, Dr. Kelly, the cat could be Dustin. No, Dustin is the sweetest boy. I love him. He's a possum who lives in my dresser, and I try to talk to him every day to hear his wisdom and help with his troubles. It would break my heart if he's the traitor. Could be Pastor Daniel? Yeah, how do I know you're not the cat? Oh! See? It's happening! That's ridiculous. Sybil is helping you, and if she was the cat, why would she warn you about herself? Pick someone else. Fucking mind-influencing. That isn't you, though, is it? Ignore it. Ah! I knew it! I love being right! That isn't you, though, is it? Ignore it and speak your minds. How do I know you're not the cat? I suppose you don't. Though I think the cat wouldn't exactly warn you about itself, unless you're hiding the fact that you're the cat. Still, you can't rule anyone out, even the old woman with a tea obsession. You don't have to figure out an answer right away. It often takes time for the mind to connect the dots. Just be on guard and keep vigilant that someone close to you isn't to be trusted. Yeah, I'm very much aware of this. You know from the ditchlings that something terrible is coming your way. Or we know from the ditchlings that something terrible is coming your way, and it's likely that it's connecting to some hidden enemy. Perhaps we can try to counteract whatever might be planned for you. Judging by what you told me last night, those stones, carvings, seals, whatever you want to call them, I think it's likely they have something to do with this. Until the cat reveals itself, it seems like your best course of action is to seek these carvings out. No! That's exactly— she wants us to seek them out! Ah! We need to leave town. Piece together what you can from your visions and arm yourself with information. Have you sensed any others around town? Do you think you might be able to find another? Your thoughts drift to that door yesterday, the one that seemed to draw you in, urging you deeper into the clinic. Even just remembering it is enough to tug at you, compelling you to return and open it to see what's on the other side. You can find Stella later. Maybe you can even find her there. What's important now is finally seeing what's hidden in the clinic. I think I felt another in the clinic. Yeah, I shouldn't seek out more of them. Those stones need to be left undisturbed. You've seen how many ditchlings have been gathering around here. If what you've seen so far was not the main event, imagine how bad that's going to be. I mean, other than the ditchlings attacking us in episode 1, so far, all of the, like, tragedies and stuff have happened whenever we find the seals. Like, they're connected to the seals. So if anything, that means we shouldn't find more seals, like... Anything that happens around those stones may be worth it if it means you're able to get ahead of your adversary and whatever threatens this town. I think that's all the help I can offer. I hope this conversation has been illuminating, even if it just brought up more questions than giving any clear answers. All you did was look at some leaves and tell me to go put myself in danger. Yeah, just leave the tea room. You get up to leave the tea room. Thank you thank you again for humoring an old lady and stopping by for a chat. With a small grunt of effort, I wonder if we can convince Kanika to come with us now. With a small grunt of effort, Sybil gets up from the table and you're escorted back to the door. And remember, be careful who you put your trust in. According to your tea, the cat is getting ready to pounce. And merely being ready for it might not be enough. Thanks for the heads up. You damn witch. Derogatory? Sybil closes the door to the tea room. The bells of its door strangely flatten the stale air of the nearly empty general store. Yeah, let's go check in on Kanika. See if we can't convince her to come with us. You're not going anywhere before checking in on Kanika. You can make your way upstairs. You knock on Kanika's door. Mom, I really don't need any more tea. I think I'm just going to lie down for a while. Can I come in? You don't have to listen to your mom, you know. You're an adult. Let's get out of here. Yeah. You don't have to listen to your mom, you know. You're an adult. Let's get out of here. Oh, hey. Sorry, Mossy. My mom was right. I'm exhausted. I probably shouldn't push it or I'll wind up worse off tomorrow. Looks like you're on your own. Fuck! Okay. Make your way out of the general store and down the road to the clinic. You make your way up the familiar hill, past the rows of ragged houses that make up Scarlet Hollow's residential area. It isn't long before you find yourself outside of Dr. Kelly's clinic, its secrets enticing you to find a way in. Even at the bottom of the hill, you can already feel the presence. Oh, raccoon buddy. Wayne! God damn it, there he is! It's like a magnet has been fixed to your ribcage, gently tugging you forward, guiding you towards whatever emits this compulsive frequency. It wouldn't be hard to jump onto the terrace from the hill next to the house. Run through the clinic door, no one will see you. Honestly, yeah, let's see if we can't do that. Make your way up the hill and survey the terrace. This should be easy. You take a step back and jump. You land and try the door. It's unlocked. Hell yeah. The upstairs of the clinic feels like a decommissioned museum. Old furniture is covered in plain white sheets, and a thick layer of dust coats the floor. This place hasn't seen any use in years. You're in the clinic, free to explore as you please. Or rather, you're free to explore as you please. You can feel that odd sensation again, the nagging pull of whatever it was that wanted you to find it. You're here now, and it knows you're here, and you know exactly what it is. Another stone carving, eager to show you its secrets. You've been caught by its gravity, an overwhelming curiosity guiding you around a corner and towards a dark doorway under the stairs. It's been left ajar as if inviting you to enter. Turn on the lights. Oh yeah, there's Reese. Lights click on, you're in the morgue. Mossy? What are you doing in the morgue? Vampire! I'm not. Please don't stake me. I just sometimes find it easier to sleep down here. Don't ask me why, that's just how it is. His words seem distant to you. The tugging is strong down here. You can almost feel yourself slipping into a trance, and your eyes wander to the back wall of the morgue. You need to see what's back there. Follow the pull. You touch the wall. It feels disappointingly solid under your palms. Hey, are you okay? You feel Reese's hand gently shake your shoulder, and for a moment, the thing on the other side of the blank wall loosens its pull on you. You kind of look possessed for a second there. You good? Make him understand. Use your words, don't let this fervor consume you. Be present in the moment. You inhale deeply and take in your surroundings. You can't help but notice that one of the body storage drawers is labeled Pearl and Scarlet. Hello? Yes. Absolutely, we're going to examine the body. Examine your aunt's body. You step forward and pull out the drawer. Is she even in there? Yeesh. So this is your Aunt Pearlan, coal baroness of the Scarlet Mines and local she-devil that it seemed no one, not even her own daughter, was able to mourn. This is not the first corpse you've seen, but it feels the same as any other. She's an empty body now, the warmth and energy of a life now dissipated. The same as your mother was, and the same as you'll be one day. Cold air rises from her bluish skin, her vacant, filmy eyes staring up at nothing. You try to imagine what she may have looked like alive and breathing. slinging subtle insults at the townsfolk. But it's hard to picture any expression on a face so stiff and cold with death. Making sure she didn't walk off? Poke her just to make sure. Everything that's going on lately is good to check. She's totally faking it. Do you know how to check for signs of murder? Just wondering. Poke her just to make sure. You prod your aunt's lifeless body. She's dead. She looks pretty dead to me. But I guess looks can be deceiving. I'll make sure the doc locks her drawer from here on out. She won't be faking it for long once she's locked in a big refrigerator. Unless she winds up being a zombie or something. But that would be lame. Zombies are so overdone. Having seen what there was to see, you slide the drawer back in and close it. The mice had a stone carving the other night, as did Oscar's house yesterday. They've been giving me visions, and I can sense one on the other side of this wall. I need to see it. Reese glances back at the wall. You're really serious, aren't you? This is probably a bad idea, but if you really need to get in there, I'm pretty sure there's an emergency axe somewhere upstairs. I just need to get the dock out of our hair. Should take 2 seconds. Why use the axe when I have arms? Why not just break the wall with fists? Yikes, please, axe now. Thanks for understanding, so that's greatly the way. Yeah, thanks for understanding. Don't mention it. If there's anything I can do to actually be useful, I'm happy to help. Be right back. I'm still gonna help Reese, in this playthrough. I won't flirt with him, but I will help him. He strides past you, his long legs moving swiftly. He seems excited, his usual dour demeanor replaced with an uncharacteristic pep when faced with the prospect of sneaking around and tearing down walls. You hear his soft voice filtering in through the open doorway at the top of the stairs, a hoarse and sickly edge added for effect as he speaks to his mother. Hey, Mom? He coughs gently. Reese, I didn't know you were awake. I still feel like shit, but I think I can finally try to keep some juice down. It looks like we're all out, though. Really? I thought I'd just picked some up. I've got an errand to run on Main Street anyway. I'll go pick up some orange juice. And some ginger ale, too. That would be awesome. Sorry to ask, I know you're probably busy. It's no problem. It doesn't take long. Don't do anything too strenuous while I'm gone. Just lie in bed until I get back. Thanks, Mom. I'll take it easy. You hear her footsteps move down the hall, then the front door opening and closing. It worked! The theatric rasp has left his voice, excitement rising in its place. Where's my chapstick? There's my chapstick. Come on up, we don't have long until she's back. As you step out of the morgue, you relax. The extra space between you and the carving has weakened its hold on you, and with it your desperation to claw your way through the wall and unveil it. It's one of those emergency fire axes, so it should be pretty obvious wherever it is, though I'm not sure where she would be keeping it. I'll show you around. Let's try the doc's office first. You make your way to the door of her now vacant office. I don't see an axe in here. He's right, a cursory glance reveals nothing but stacks of paper and cabinets of medical supplies. But something on the desk catches your eye, some sort of records, with your family's name on them. Yeah, read the files. Reese stops in the doorway, turning to watch you leaf through the documents. Found something interesting? They're your family's death certificates. Mouse, stop lagging. Enoch Scarlet, born September 9th, 1887, died August 20th, 1957, age 69, cause of death, fall from cliff. This one has a coroner's report attached. Organ sustained impact injuries, lacerations to the neck and body consistent with fall from great height. Oh, an actual autopsy report looks ancient. What if Edward Dean pushed him? It would be a callback to her pushing Charles Shaw Jr. down the stairs. Edward Dean Scarlet, born April 9th, 1913, died February 12th, 2003. Aged 89. Cause of death, heart failure. Signed by her granddaughter, Pearl Scarlet. Pretty normal, almost made it to 90. Died of a normal old person illness. Pearl death certificate. Cause of death, sleep apnea. Discovered by her daughter, Tabitha Chrysanthemum Scarlet. No autopsy performed. Tabitha's middle name is Chrysanthemum? Wonder who cursed her with that mouthful. I'm definitely going to make fun of her for that later. Alright, the other death certificates. You quickly flip through a few of the other Scarlets whose names aren't quite as familiar. Theater Scarlet. Okay, yeah. So we did get a flashback. I think it was on this playthrough. Theodore he wasn't crushed in a mine. They did bring his body back, and Enoch said he was gonna go see a witch about fixing his leg. So I wonder what the fuck that was about. Joseph Scarlet, born April 1914, died June 7th, 1944. Louis Scarlet, born August 1920, died June 6th, 1944. Oh, right, Edwardine's brothers in Normandy. Both killed at Normandy in the line of duty. Must have been Edwardine's brothers. Certificate of fetal death. And boy, Andrew Charles Scarlet. Stillbirth. Okay. So she definitely had a kid with Charles Scarlet Jr. Complications during... Yeah, no doctor present. Maybe he didn't die. Maybe like, her son was taken and raised somewhere else with someone else? Alexandra Scarlet. Born December 12th, 1947, died August 20th, 1957. 9, missing, presumed dead. The owner of the doll, so she went missing. Maribel Scarlet. Born September 3rd, 1946, died October 30th, 1963, age 17. Complications during childbirth, sorry. Signed by her mother, Edwardine Scarlet. That's our mom. Well, that's a lot of kids to outlive. Reese's eyes flick up to the doorway, and a second later you hear the sound of the front door handle being turned. Hand is on your shoulder before you even register what's happening, and you're pushed back and out of view of the front door. Shit, I'm not supposed to be in here. We gotta hide. He hurries into the closet door, motioning you inside. You slip past him and squish yourself into what little space is available in the nearly full closet. Reese is close on your heels. Sorry, I'm just thinking about all the death certificates and all the information we have now. So it seems to me that Charles Shaw Jr. and Edwardine had a secret child out of wedlock. And I don't think that kid died. I think that kid was taken away by someone. Possibly Sybil. And maybe through that secret child, the bloodline continues, and there's like another Scarlet descendant around town, maybe? Sorry. It's entirely possible she told someone to take the kid to hide him from Enoch. It could also be that Andrew Charles died, but it wasn't a stillbirth. That is also true. Man, I want I need all the rest of the episodes out. I need to know what the answers to this mystery are. He hurries to the closet door. I'm going full fucking Pepe Sylvia Charlie Day conspiracy board right now. He hurries to the closet door, motioning you inside. You slip past him and squish yourself into what little space is available in the nearly full closet. Reese is close on your heels. Also, Her missing daughter. What is up with that? I feel like that's gonna come back into play somehow. Let him in. There's not enough room. Hide somewhere else. Yeah, let's let him in. You let him in. Together, you listen as the doctor makes her way to some room deeper into the clinic. In the silence of the tiny closet, every breath seems too loud, as if you could expect Dr. Kelly to hear it from wherever she was across the house. Better wait a second, just in case. Quietly wait for the danger to pass. The two of you stand in tense silence, both crammed into the suffocating closet, taking shallow breaths as if she could hear you breathing, from the outside of the building. But the footsteps soon return. Dr. Kelly makes her way back towards your hiding place, creaking floorboards broadcasting her location all the way to the hallway just outside your hiding spot. The footsteps return, they get louder, approaching the open office door, and then they stop. Much to your relief, she opens another door, leaving the main clinic. We're in the clear. Probably only got a minute or two until she comes back, so let's make it count. The medical supply room is probably our best bet. If any other room in the clinic is likely to have a fire axe, it's probably the room full of chemicals. This way. He motions you down a hallway, slipping through the slightly ajar door of what you assume to be the supply room. Yes, there it is. Keys. Here we go. I don't know why, but the image of him just like is like the most wholesome slasher ever. Tea break. 1 sec. He rushes over to the cabinet that contains a bright red axe, pulling the glass door open. Your axe? Now we can... Reese pauses, trying to listen intently. That was the door from the house. Come on, if we hurry, we can get you back downstairs. I'll run interference. Go downstairs quick. You can hear her approaching now, floorboards creaking in the hallway on the other side of the office. You follow Reese's instruction, once again staring down the basement stairs, letting the pull of the stone carving guide you back to the morgue. Oh, interesting. We didn't find the secret medicine that Dr. Kelly has been using to poison Reese. I wonder how that's going to play into everything. I need to replay this, but with mystical, speak to animals, and observant. I feel like that'll unlock the most like secret dialogue and stuff. Dr. Kelly's voice filters down from above. I was right. We did already have juice. It was just in the back of the fridge. But there's no harm in having extra. What are you doing in the clinic? I thought I told you to go rest. Oh, I'm just gonna chill in the morgue. I got my speaker, so if you hear some weird sounds, that's just my music. I'll be sure to put in earplugs to drown out all that industrial clanging you listen to. You know I'm not the biggest fan of you spending time down there. It can't be good for your mental health to hang out in a refrigerator for corpses. Do you at least have a blanket this time? Yeah, I'll be fine. It's just a change of scenery. My room feels too claustrophobic right now. Okay, I'll let you know when it's time for dinner. You hear the door close and the sound of Reese descending the stairs to join you in the fluorescent lit room below. Hey. Wall now, yes? Wall! May I make the first blow? Go for it. You approach the far end of the morgue, axe practically singing through the air as you strike the wall. It's like cutting through butter. You stagger back from the massive hole in the wall and admire your effort. Holy shit! The splintered edge frames a dark passage seemingly cut deep into the side of the cliff, cold seeping from a forgotten place into the already frigid morgue. Reese coughs as he takes a better look at what lies beyond the wound in the wall. There's a whole hallway back there. Thick, stale air leaks from the hole, filling the morgue with an earthy mildew smell, like the room is slowly filling with dirt. And with the stink of the grave-like room beyond comes an even stronger compulsion. You step forward. Oh, hey, dude. Hey, Duskmantle TV, or VT. Welcome to Scarlet Hollow Episode 4, Hardcore Mode. We just broke into an abandoned hospital, asylum, something, and you climb into the hole. This is wild. I had no idea any of this was here. An entire hospital wing rotting away for decades behind some flimsy drywall. Why is this place hidden away? Someone doesn't want us to find these carvings. Wonder if it's whoever put them here, put them there, or if it's someone else. The thing we're looking for is just ahead. Yeah, I'm probably going to pass out when we find this thing. Don't be too worried about me. I'll be fine. Thanks for the heads up. You step forward into the unknown. Into the unknown. Sorry. Hardcore mode. So this is not a visual novel, then has some type of gameplay? I mean, it is a visual novel, but hardcore mode just means that like more disastrous events happen to the characters. But yeah, it is a visual novel mainly. It's really good though. Like, highly recommend. Especially if you love like gothic horror and folk horror and stuff. You don't bother to retrieve the axe. It's done by the same people who did Slay the Princess. You don't bother to retrieve the axe. The final wall concealing the carving is rotten, water damage having eaten away at the wood over the course of unknowable years. The planks nearly reduced to sawdust. You tear into it. Oop, there it is. Yeah! This! Enoch, I thought you weren't going to come. I was worried you'd leave me here forever. They said there's nothing they can do. I'll never use my legs again. Enoch, what am I going to do? Calm down, Teddy. It's Theodore. He didn't die in the mines. Calm down, Teddy. These doctors don't know what they're talking about. I've been doing my own research and I've found us an alternative. We won't have to worry about anything from here on out, I promise. I went to talk to the witch, who is most definitely Sybil. Yeah, the stuff is pretty good, and oh yeah, I do need to play Slay the Princess too. Looks amazing. It is amazing. Can attest, it's so good. And fully voice acted. I don't know if you listened to Magnus Archives, but the main narrator and the person who did the Magnus Archives voice acts in Slay the Princess as like the main narrator for that game. It's really, really good. A witch? But that's nonsense. It's alright, it's all sorted. We're taking you home today and everything will be resolved by this time next week. That's right, Doctor. At this point, I feel like this is new. I feel like I haven't seen this part of the flashback before. At this point, I think it's safe to say his body was never recovered. Yeah, like I said, whoever it was who claimed to be Theodore, it wasn't him. Wasn't even paralyzed, as it turns out. Just some grifter trying to take advantage of the tragedy. What the fuck? Not familiar. I'll have to look into that as well. Oh yeah, Magnus Archives is so freaking good. Like, it is one of the best. It's like a narrative podcast thing. If you love like horror and like specifically existential horror and shit, it's so good, so well written, so well like acted and everything. Highly recommend. Also, Old Gods of Appalachia. That is also like an incredible folk horror narrative podcast. Oh yeah, there are a couple of things that influence the length of this vision. Okay, cool. Just some grifters trying to take advantage of the tragedy. Everything goes black. Okay, so what the fuck? Your vision swims back into focus, and it takes a solid second or two to reorient yourself. Old Gods of Appalachia and Magnus Archives are both free on YouTube, by the way. So, like, go check it out. It was like a story-driven podcast. That's really neat. Yeah, super good, super well done. Like, highly recommend. You're in an unfamiliar bed. Reese leans against the far wall, eyeing you with concern and curiosity. Hey, I was worried you slipped into a coma or something. You tore down a wall like a wild animal, found some weird carving and collapsed. I think you might have had some kind of seizure. I know you warned me this might happen, but are you okay? The mountain didn't collapse on us, no ghosts. How did I get here? Sorry. Does Dr. Kelly know I'm here? No, I snuck you back into the house while she was busy in the medical storage room. Figured you wouldn't want to come to in the morgue. I had a vision. Like a hallucination? I have those sometimes too. Used to have them a lot as a teen. Always just weird little things, like my hands would look wrong, or my neck would seem too long, or the room would feel smaller. At least one of those death records is murky. I don't think Teddy died in the mine collapse. My family has secrets. I think the carvings are trying to warn me about something. I think these are visions of things that actually happened. Yeah, at least one of those death records is murky. I don't think Teddy died in the mine collapse. My family has secrets. That's a weird thing to cover up, but that's not too surprising. An old family like that usually has at least a few secrets, but hopefully that's all ancient history. It's not like it's easy to cover up deaths these days, right? Eh. Wait, nothing spooky happened? The mountain didn't collapse on us? No ghosts? No, nothing. You just fell down, twitched a little, and when you seemed stable, I carried you back here. That was a few hours ago. Yeah, you carried me through a hole in the wall and up and down a bunch of stairs? What? It wasn't super far or anything. I just picked you up and carried you. I might be sick a lot, but that doesn't mean I'm made of paper. I can still do things normal people can do. Like I'm a child, you must be really strong. That's like powerlifter shit, though. Just wouldn't have expected that. Sorry to doubt you. Yeah, I just wouldn't have expected that. Sorry to doubt you. Clearly you carried me because we're in your room instead of that abandoned hospital wing. No hard feelings. I understand. I understand underestimating someone like me. I couldn't even eat spaghetti yesterday, so I see why carrying someone might seem outside the realm of possibility. Stella's still missing, and the stone here finally stopped yelling at me. Yeah, so what now? We might be stuck down here for a little bit. The doc is on the warpath up there. I refuse to take my medicine, and she's not happy about it. Okay, so maybe we will get, the same ending as episode 4 of my last playthrough. There was no way I was going to take anything she gave me. She's been poisoning me for years. I've been thinking about what you said at dinner last night, and I don't see any other possibility. It's only been a day since I've stopped taking my pills, and I feel great. I went ahead and blocked my door so she can't get down here. Now we just have to wait her out. I don't get why your mom would poison you, though. Yeah. I don't get why your mom would poison you, though. I don't know. I feel like the thing I can't figure out is whether she's been trying to kill me slowly, or if she just likes keeping me sick enough to be dependent on her. Either way, I don't think I ever had an illness. I think the illness was me growing up and becoming less easy to control. She sure found a cure for that. No matter what, we should get out of this basement soon. Yeah, we need to get you out of here. Who knows what she'll do when she finds out what you know. Where would we go? The only person I know who has a car is Kanika, and she's not answering her phone. I don't know anyone else. I don't have any other family to go to. I never even finished high school. When I get out of this house, I don't know how I can make sure I don't wind up right back down here. You can stay with me if you want. We can figure it out together. One step at a time, one step at a time. Let's just start by waiting out your mom and getting out of here. Oh! You know, I bet... This is going back to my last playthrough. I bet he's hiding out in Tabitha's secret empty house that she sometimes go to. At least in this one. I bet in my last playthrough, he's hiding out at the Maxwell place. That's my prediction, at least. You shouldn't call her my mom. As far as I'm concerned, she's forfeited that title. I don't even think I should call her doctor. She's just some woman now. Can't wait for her to be in the rearview mirror of the rest of my life. We'll see if we can wait her out. If she doesn't fall asleep by 10, we can figure something else out. These windows are supposed to be shatterproof, which she always said was for burglars. Now I assume it was yet another way to keep me boxed in. Yeah, for reals. But we can try to break them anyway. A distraction seems like a good idea. As you can probably tell, I'm getting a little jittery. Maybe it's the lack of poison in my system for the first time in years, or the fact that my whole perception of reality has been turned on its head. Probably a combo. It doesn't feel awful, to be honest. You could always draw me. Do whatever it is you do to kill time. Prefer something that'll help me ignore my mounting anxiety. Yeah, do whatever it is you do to kill time. Preferably something that'll help me ignore my mounting anxiety. I only do 2 things, paint and watch movies. And I doubt watching me paint would be entertaining enough to distract you. I'd just be leaving it behind in an hour or 2 anyways. Anyway, so movie it is. Go ahead and get comfy. I'll pick something you might like. You know, I've been wanting to share Shinochi, Deathblood, with someone for years. Hell yeah. Reese gets the movie set up and joins you on the bed. Y'all have a good night. Try not to wake any old gods while I'm away. See ya, my cat is zen. I'll be streaming Wednesday with The Witcher if you want to stop by for that. Have a good night. Let me know if it gets to be too much for you. I'm not a great judge of how other people will react to the sort of things I watch, but I definitely don't want you to feel uncomfortable. This is a slow burn of a movie, but the dread it's managing to build is palpable in the room. Or maybe that's just how it feels down here all the time. What with the grisly paintings. What with the grisly paintings, lack of lighting, cinder block walls, and of course the fact that the woman currently lurking upstairs has been poisoning your son since his teens. I've seen a couple of this director's other films, and they're all interesting, though this is probably the best introduction to his work. The way it jump cuts to seemingly unrelated TV show recordings, unrelated TV show recordings, then wind up tying back into the narrative, adds a level of realism and depth to the world that I find really engrossing. It's found footage used to its fullest. I can't believe I'll be able to just do things from here on out. Is it just me, or does he have fangs? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, but still. Like watch movies with another person, or talk to people, ever. You can hear the difference in energy now that Reese hasn't had his daily dose of medicine. He's uncharacteristically chatty, clearly not used to talking to another person, let alone when he has the energy to carry on a long conversation. His ears are a little pointy too. I mean, yeah, that is true, and his nails are very long. But at least the ears, like some people just do have ears like that, and I mean, nails can be grown and like filed to any shape. But I mean, I know like not what he is, but yeah, I know what's gonna happen. Something is changing inside of him. Reese, you feel different, like your whole personality is changing. Is everything okay? Yeah. Reese, you feel different, like your whole personality is changing. Is everything okay? Everything is more than okay. I haven't felt this good I don't think I've ever felt this good. A man on the screen yells portents of doom into the camera, trailing off into a wordless scream. The plot is really heating up. I love that there are all these distinct sort of vignettes, little pockets of horror that affect a small number of people, and only once you start to see how they fit together can you realize some fundamental horror about the universe. Meta. And then it sees you back. Incredible. Cosmic horror in the truest sense. Reese is becoming very animated. Cosmic horror, that's the frickin' term I was trying to think of. Yeah, Old Gods of Appalachia, and especially the Magnus Archives, is very much cosmic horror. The Old Gods is more like ancient. I mean, it's called Old Gods for a reason. It's probably safe to assume that he's dealing with a lot of extra adrenaline right now. What with his entire reality turning out to be a lie. But he's also talking over the movie. It's more than just something that's changing in Reese, it's everything. There's a knock on the window. Hey Wayne, how's it going? Mossy, don't get any closer to that thing, it's time to go home. That voice, I know that voice. Yeah, cosmic horror is great. I've read so much of that stuff, Lovecraftian stuff. Then you're gonna love Old Gods. Old Gods especially, it's Lovecraftian and the Magnus Archives, dude. Is that who's been following you around? Without another word, Wayne starts pounding on the supposedly shatterproof window. Enemies upstairs, enemies outside, we're surrounded. Even if I get out of this house, I won't be safe. You won't be safe. What do you mean Wayne isn't gonna hurt you? He hasn't hurt anyone? Why did he call you that thing? You're being weird, man. I don't need you protecting me. Yeah, why did he call you that thing? Because he's some kind of monster. And he wants me dead. Can't you feel that? The murderous intent is practically oozing out of him. Ugh. But I'm not weak anymore. I can fight back. I don't have to cower in fear from the people who want to hurt me. I can protect both of us, Mossy. Oh, here we go. The window shatters. As Reese tears at his clothes, paint bubbles out from the canvases, his ghoulish figures peeling themselves out of their two-dimensional worlds, invading yours, crawling up the walls. Grab my hand. Grab my hand, I'll pull you out. I will notice, he has the same, like, tail, and his skin is elastic like the ditchlings. So maybe he's just, like, a ditchling that is fully evolved or formed into a human? Or something like that. Leave us alone! Although I do love that, like, his monster design is so cool. In a surge of violence, the change that has been brewing inside Reese finally comes. As it manifests, the broken basement window is sealed off, and Wayne along with it. Run for the stairs. I still want to be on Reese's side in this playthrough. We aren't safe, but I feel strong now. I think I can save us. Stay here, I'll be right back. I just have to deal with the doc. Reese storms up the stairs, leaving you with his creations. Call Tabitha for help, try and warn Dr. Kelly. You're not sure who to help. Try and leave. Let's call Tabitha for help. Dial your cousin's number. Hey, where are you? At the clinic. I think Dr. Kelly is in danger. Reese transformed into the monster. But you know about Reese. Yeah. Clinic! Emergency! Scary! Here we go again. Stay put. Don't move a muscle. Don't get sucked into any ghost dimensions or stuck in a mind collapse. Do you hear me? I'll be right there. Your cousin... Oh, though now that I think about it, I hope this didn't just screw over Reese. Your cousin hangs up the phone. Yeah. You make your way to the door that beckoned to you yesterday, all intrigue now washed away. You know where it leads, and you know what secrets the stone that lurked in the forgotten basement of the clinic had to share with you. Now the clinic holds a new horror. Somewhere beyond the narrow hallway leading from the house proper into the doc's office, there is a monster preparing to do something unthinkable. Open the door. You grasp the handle and turn. Shit! Duck! Yeah, roll out of the way, don't shoot. Yeah, roll out of the way. You're quick to follow her command, your body falling forward and rolling gracefully out of harm's way. She shoots. The gun isn't very loud. There's only a pop as the projectile leaves the barrel, whizzing through the air. Yee. You turn to see a dart embedded in Reese's chest. He pulls the tranquilizer dart out from between his ribs, heaving heavy breaths as the drug courses through his system. You're going to have to try harder than that, No, how did you... As if you could stop me, you pathetic waste of flesh. Before Wayne takes another step down the stairs, paint flows out between the cracks in the wood. Reese is panic, pulling in a mob of furious creatures to hold his enemy in place. The artist darts away, but his creations continue their work in his absence. Dr. Kelly makes her escape down the hallway as Wayne is overcome, glued in place at the top of the stairs by stiffening globs of paint. Run to the morgue to grab the axe. Yeah, run to the morgue. You need to arm yourself. You rush down to the morgue, practically flying down the steps. The axe is still lying on the floor where you and Reese left it. You pick it up. A feeling of safety settles in your chest as you grip the wooden handle. At least if you have to fight, you're prepared. Hey! Dr. Kelly's voice crackles out of some unseen speaker. You, Mossy! I'm stuck in the safe room. I can't help you from here, but you can help the both of us. What's going on? What the hell is your son, ma'am? I'm sure Wayne can handle it. What the hell is your son, ma'am? I wish I knew. He was fine until he hit puberty. Everyone said raising a teen was gonna be a bitch, but they don't know the half of it. Oof. I need you to get to the medical storage room. I'll give you further instructions when you're there. Yeah, head to the medical storage room. Axe in hand, you rush up the stairs from the morgue and into the medical storage room. I'm here. Great, now listen to me. I need you to use the black taped key to get into the cabinet and bring me the elephant tranquilizers. It's a bottle labeled carfentanil. Bear tranquilizers clearly aren't going to cut it anymore. Jesus Christ. An intercom system, huh, Doc? Good, you should hear this. Mossy, you don't have to do anything she says. I'm not gonna hurt anybody else, just her. If I don't, you and I both know she's just going to shoot me full of elephant tranquilizers? Did I hear that right? And shove me back down in that basement. Or maybe someplace even worse and keep killing me every day for the rest of my miserable existence. I feel amazing right now. Better than I've ever felt in my life. I'm not dangerous. She's just scared because she knows she has to finally pay for what she's taken from me. He has a point, Doc. I'm not going to let you kill someone, Reese. I feel like I shouldn't get in the middle of this. I just want to go home. I'm on Reese's side. Yeah. I am on Reese's side. Sorry, Dr. Kelly. I knew I could count on you. You can't be serious. He's going to try to kill me. You did it first. I'm just following your example, Doc. Oh shit, there's Wayne. I'm doing everyone a favor, really. If she had no trouble doing this to her own son, who else might she decide needs to be treated without their knowledge? Enough. Reese cries out in pain. Oh, what the hell did you do to my shoulder? I'll handle it. Try to get somewhere safe until then. The two stagger off down the hallway. Quick, grab the tranquilizers and head to the safe room. Help Wayne fight Reese. Ooh. Wonder how this is gonna go. Your grip on the axe tightens. The wooden handle rough against your calloused palms. You maneuver around the animated smears of Reese's paintings, following the dueling figures. You raise your weapon to strike Wayne. Leave me to my work. Before you can swing the axe, you're knocked back, Wayne's palm striking your chest, knocking the air from your lungs. There's nothing more you can do here. Your pride wounded. You make your way to the safe room. Huh. As you approach, Dr. Kelly heaves open the door, slowly breaking apart the mass of paint, sealing it shut. Hurry, I don't think I can keep it open for long. You slip past her into the safe room. She shuts the door quickly, though one of the little smears manages to slip past her. She stomps on it. Painted viscera splatters across the cement floor, sorry. Sounds like Reese and your friend are still fighting. We probably have a few minutes before he gets here. What's this room? Reese, what's the game plan? Yeah, while we're at it, any other secrets you're keeping? Maybe. If we both survive, I might decide to share a few more. If you don't go tattling to anybody. So yeah, let's talk about Reese. Yeah, I bet you have some questions. Go ahead, I have nothing left to hide. When did you find out? How did he not know what he was? What is he? A relationship? How do you know that how do you know he's dangerous? Well, he wants to murder me, so that's clue number one. It's not like he's usually a violent kid. He's mostly just sad. But every now and then we butt heads, and that's usually when this side of him comes out. Imagine if this happens any time he gets frustrated with anyone. Imagine he gets road rage one day, turns into a 12-foot tall monster with a million teeth and rips somebody apart in the middle of a major metropolitan area. Yeah, he's dangerous. Yeah, you don't know that though, that's the thing. Why not just kill him? He's been kind to me. What you're doing is difficult, but it's necessary. Don't you think it might be a self-fulfilling prophecy? Yeah, exactly. Don't you think it might be a self-fulfilling prophecy? Oh, don't preach to me. Is he a sweet kid most of the time? Absolutely. And Ted Bundy was sweet to the people he picked up off the side of the road. Didn't mean he didn't go ahead and slaughter them anyway. I know what my son is capable of, so it's my job to make sure he doesn't hurt anybody. Yeah. Yeah, let's just leave it at that. What's this room? Sit in silence and wait. I like how you're just casually holding an axe for this conversation. I mean, monster. So, but yeah, no. I'm still fully on Reese's side. I want to try and see if there is a way to end this peacefully and have them both alive. Though this is hardcore mode, so it could be that's an impossibility, and it's only possible in like a regular playthrough. But you and Dr. Kelly sit in silence and wait for her son to make his way to you. Sound of distant breaking glass cuts through the silence of the clinic outside the safe room. Shit, this might be game time. Get those tranks ready. We have to get this door open before he crosses the hallway. Dr. Kelly opens the door. The two of you stare out into the hallway. Sick. Whew. So cool. Jesus Christ, Reese. Is this what you were so afraid of? Hand over the tranquilizers, this is our shot. But you didn't take the tranquilizers, did you? Yeah, do nothing. Come on, what's the holdup? No! Fuck it, I knew that was gonna happen! God damn it. I regret every decision I've made. The shot rings out, Reese's body is thrown to the wall, shotgun in hand. Your cousin rounds the corner and trains her weapon on his writhing body. Tabitha, what are you doing here? Stop it, let me sedate him. We can deal with this non-lethally. Are you insane? That thing was trying to kill you. Yeah, help Doctor. No! Don't kill Reese! You leap forward, placing your body between Tabitha and the whimpering Reese, his face already trying to stitch itself back together as he writhes on the ground. Mosley, what the hell do you think you're doing? Don't you dare. Yeah, don't kill him. He's still a person. Person my ass. Did you see his face? Both of you shut up and help me drag him into the safe room now. You turn to see Dr. Kelly already pulling her son towards the open doorway. Tabitha swings the gun onto her back, huffily jumping in to help Dr. Kelly. It's not long before his regenerating body is sealed away behind the door. Keeping the status quo. Oh no, Reese, I'm sorry. Not exactly how I thought that would play out, but at least none of us are dead. If you've done any permanent damage to him, you're gonna be the one paying for the medical supplies, Miss Scarlet. You aren't seriously going to keep that thing alive, are you? It's clearly dangerous. What makes you think you can keep it locked up? It is my son, Miss Scarlet. And despite appearances, he is still human. I prefer you refer to him as such. And I've managed to keep him safely locked away and harmless for years. Sure, it'll be a little more difficult now that he knows about his condition, but that room is lined with lead. He's not going anywhere. He's human? Are you sure about that? Are we talking about the same guy? Trust me, I've done genetic tests. He is human somehow. And it's my job as his mother to protect him, and to protect people from him. It's not a burden I take lightly. You don't have to worry about him getting out anytime soon. Get off my cousin's back. She's the only reason you're still breathing right now. He's not a monster. He deserves to live. He's a monster. Reese is a good guy. He's just misunderstood. When you die, dog, what happens then? Dr. Kelly bought us time. I'm gonna try and still be on my cousin's side. Get off my cousin's back. She's the only reason you're still breathing right now. Oh, let's not start a blame game right now. A lot of things had to happen for things to get as far as they did tonight. Please, just leave. I have a lot of cleaning to do. You and your cousin leave the clinic, Dr. Kelly slamming the shotgun-blasted door behind you. The two of you make your way to the bottom of the hill where Tabitha's car is parked among the sleepy houses of Scarlet Hollow's residential street. She places her gun in the trunk and turns to face you. Oh, I wonder if this means we can't find, Stella now. You're alone right now. Is Stella still missing? I tried calling her a couple of times, but I kept getting her stupid voicemail. Yeah. Shit, let me think. It's a long shot, but there's a place that might be worth checking out. We're going on a hike. Oh, sweet. We're gonna actually find her. After a bit of a trek, you and Tabitha stop by the edge of a 2-lane road near the town limits. There, sitting on a log, staring mournfully out at the asphalt, is Stella. You watch her from the underbrush. She's alive, thank God. She sounds more exasperated than relieved. How do you know she'd be here? I swear her parents died. She ran off after we saw a ghost last night. It just made sense that she'd be here. You should go talk to her. I'm gonna go talk to her. Let's go talk to her. She seems fine. Let's go talk to her. I don't know. We've got baggage. Just make things worse. No, you're right. She's been practically begging for us to be closer than we are. It's time I stopped letting my dead mother dictate who I'm allowed to talk to. Hey, we actually managed to hopefully mend their friendship a little bit. Let's do it. The two of you join Stella, perching on the old log on either side of her. Y'all came to find me? You didn't have to go to all that trouble. I was probably going to head home soon. You had Mossy worried all day, you know. Went all over town looking for you. And it looks like you got into some trouble, too. Mossy, you're all covered in blood. I think a lot of it's pain, actually. Pain? What? This is where your parents died, right? Ooh, do we get the flashback? We get the flashback! Yes! She tried to leave Scarlet Hollow, that's why... Yeah, that's why that happened. Jesus Christ. I figured it was because they were trying to leave Scarlet Hollow. Oh my fucking god. Yoicks. That is one nasty way to go. Sorry if that's a lot, Mossy. I know we don't know each other super well. Have you been sitting here all day? Yeah, just waiting. Silence falls over the three of you, the wind rustling in the leaves and the sound of night insects carrying on around you, muted in the still night. Nothing happened, though. That's probably for the best. Some kind of head... Fuck you. Some kind of head-on-shoulders pun. Jesus. What's terrifying is that under-ride decapitations are very much a real thing. Yeah. It's not unheard of. Tabby, did I do something wrong after the accident? What? There's whole years of my life that I feel like they just never happened. Like every time I try and remember them, it's blank. I mean, that's normal with trauma, unfortunately. After going through a traumatic incident, it's perfectly normal to just have gaps in your memory. I have all these videos sitting on my channel that I don't even remember filming. It's scary. Did I do something to push you away? No. All you wanted to do was talk to me, but Pearlan wouldn't let you near me. Oh. Tabitha sighs. That's not true. I was an adult when the accident happened. Doesn't matter what Pearlan wanted. I need to stop hiding under my mother's coat every time I make a bad decision. I pushed you away, Stella, and I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry. Tabby, I've missed you. I've missed you too. Hell yeah. How happy I am to see you two getting along to the Dead Moms Club. I really want to say fuck Pearlan, but trying to be nice. To the Dead Moms Club for bringing us all together. Excuse me? They're just trying to add a bit of levity, Tabby. To the Dead Moms Club. We should make t-shirts. Actually, that wouldn't be a bad idea for some merch. To the Dead Moms Club. The three of you stare out. I never forgot about you. Mend a broken relationship. Aww. The three of you stare out into the quiet night. I think the accident is probably why I got into ghost hunting. I think I just wanted to see them again. I wanted to know whether I even could. I never found anything, so I eventually gave up. Then last night happened, and I ran out here to see if maybe it would happen with them too. Even if it meant seeing the crash again or seeing them all messed up and dead. I just wanted to see them. It's been a whole day. I don't think they're coming. I wonder just how many characters you can introduce to the club by the end. It's true. Do you want to say goodbye? Stella sits in silence for a long moment, her breaths slow and even. Goodbye. I love you. Don't worry about me. I'm gonna be fine. She's silent again, as if waiting for a response. No response comes. But she smiles, a lively glimmer returning to her sad eyes. That kind of felt better. I don't think I realized how much I kind of trapped myself in my own head. Thank you for breaking me out of it, you two. Stella straightens up, stretching her back. We should probably head back, right? I haven't slept in a day. Before we go, we should tell you about what happened today. Yeah. Wait, before we go, we should tell you about what happened today. Oh? Are you sure about that, Mossy? It's too late, the cat's out of the bag, and now you two have to tell me about your misadventures. You and Tabitha relay the events of the evening as best you can. Saying it out loud somehow makes it feel less real, like you're sharing the plot of a horror movie, not something that actually happened to you. Oh my god. That poor guy. That poor Dr. Kelly. This just sucks for everyone. And Tabby, you just brought a shotgun there? I wanted protection. Hopefully Reese and his mom can work things out. We should try and visit him tomorrow. You two can do that without me. You know, I think processing just the one traumatic event is enough for the day. This new one's going right into the void. Relatable. At least until we get to the end of the week. The three of you make your way back through the woods before arriving at Stella's house. This is me. Thanks again, you two. It's time for us to get back to the estate, Mossy. Tabby, wait, before you go. Aww! Stella wraps your cousin in a tight hug. That's so sweet. Don't be a stranger, okay? Never again, I promise. You and Tabitha quietly return to the estate, both of you impossibly exhausted by the day's events. I've got to crash. I'll see you tomorrow. She heads to bed without another word. Go to bed. Exhausted beyond relief, you stumble into your room and collapse on the bed. As your eyes sink, you realize that something smells off about the room. It smells rotten. Ah, fucking! This did not happen before. Wayne, what are you doing here? You jolt awake as the door creaks. Don't look so afraid. I was just going to say goodnight. And to give you a word of advice. Tabitha won't be around tomorrow, too busy at the mines. Forbidden places won't be forbidden without her there to stop you. And you might be surprised at what you find. Ah! Till then, sleep well. Wait! Wayne pauses at the door. Yes? Did you know Reese was like that? I thought you wanted me to stay at the estate. Aren't you going to lecture me? Why are you following me around? Why not Stella or Kanika? Or no, this did happen at the end of on my other playthrough. Why not Tabitha? I don't need you looking after me. Glad you're okay. Seems like Reese gave you done something about Stella. Yeah, I found my family's death records today. Things aren't adding up. Good, you're starting to see the holes then. Look for more. What the fuck is going on? I thought you might have done something bad to Stella. Yeah. I didn't have to. She didn't have it in her to stand by your side. Remember that she won't be there if you need her. Why are you following me around? Why not Stella or Kanika or Sybil? Why not Tabitha? Because you're special. Why? Why am I so special? You simply are. Do not feel the ties that bind us. They are unbreakable. Do I need you looking out for me? Flirt with Wayne? Yeah, right. Did you know Reese was like that? I knew he was different. How exactly I wasn't sure, but now I know. Good night, Mossy. Fuck me! Wayne leaves your room and closes the door behind him. The damp smell of the mattress is starting to become almost welcoming, a sign that the now daily horrors of Scarlet Hollow are finally behind you, at least until the sun inevitably rises once again. You close your eyes, your exhausted body succumbing to sleep almost immediately. As you drift off, you think of Reese, trapped in that tiny windowless room. All his greatest fears realized, his body no longer his own. But you stopped him from killing Dr. Kelly. The world, at least for now, is protected from him. Oh, shit. Well. Oh, wait. And then you think of nothing. There we go. Whew. No, 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 no. This is the end of episode 4. Episode 5 will release later this year. Follow us on social media, all of which I've done. Yeah, Slay the Princess is really, really good. Whew. But yeah, that was episode 4 on hardcore mode. I do want to play... This game has such great replayability. I'm definitely going to replay it again as we're waiting for episode 5 to come out and, like, explore different character dynamics and different character relationships and stuff. Yeah, I wonder if there's cool stuff. Shame it's not all out yet. Yeah, episode 5 is supposed to release, I heard, like, towards the end of the year. So, it'll be a while, unfortunately, but I'm excited either way. Yeah, man. I had a feeling that Stella's like the reason her family got into a car crash is because they were trying to leave. Man. They're like things are starting to add up, but like Wayne said, pieces are still missing. So that probably won't come to light until episode 5. But, you know, who knows what replaying and taking different routes and stuff will reveal, and choosing different traits and things. But yeah, thanks for joining me, you guys. This was fun. I unfortunately have work in the morning, so I have to head to bed. But I'll be back on Wednesday. I'm going to be playing The Witcher. Friday, I'll start another Scarlet Hollow playthrough. And then Saturday, I'm going to be playing Tavern Talk. It was fun to watch. Thanks, dude. And yeah, check out my YouTube channel. It's still Mossy Games 333. And that's where I'll be uploading all of my Let's Plays and stuff. And follow me on Blue Sky too if you want. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, y'all. Jeez, it's almost 11 p.m. Yeah, I have to head for bed, so see y'all Wednesday, hopefully. Laters.